Walk will take it across the timeline, guarded by Hurd. Drives to his left side, beats his defender, backs up, fading away. Good! That may be a dagger. 59-54 with 1:08 left. Braden Walk coming alive in the overtime period.
Buffalo's basketball is on the air. Mountain View High School is ready to lead the charge in the 2019-2020 season.
Down low in the blocks, draws contact, and it falls. Lindy Herford back to the line to tie it.
Catch it all on your home for Bridger Valley Basketball, mylocalradio.com. Mountain View Basketball is brought to you by Auto Farm Chevrolet, the Come On In of Casper, West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, Plains Tire, Wyoming Dental Specialties, Trona Valley Community Federal Credit Union, The Store, and Black's Fork Dental. Now, Buffs fans, it's time to head to the booth to join the play-by-play voice of the Bridger Valley, Jake Hibbard.
The final night of the regular season has us meeting one more time under the Cedar Top Dome. Senior night in Mountain View showcases perhaps the top two teams in the Southwest. The Buffalo boys have already wrapped up number one. With a win over rival Lyman last night, that was secured. But they still want to finish strong against number 2 Big Piney tonight, which enters this contest as the most efficient offense in all of 3A. For the Mountain View girls, win tonight, and they too are number one. Jake Hibbard with you for the final night of the regular season. It's Mountain View and Big Piney next.
Hi, this is Chase Sawyer with Sawyer Disaster Cleanup and Construction. In addition to our cleanup and restoration services, we also offer new construction and remodeling. We can help with a newer kitchen, bathroom, a garage, deck, or a new addition to your home. We provide accurate, itemized estimates with no hidden fees or extra charges, and we complete each job to 100% of your satisfaction. Call us today at 307-741-7000. Sawyer Disaster Cleanup and Construction.
Welcome into the Sawyer's Disaster Cleanup and Construction pregame show. Jake Hibbard joining you live on the radio at KNYN 99.1 FM and online with the video stream at mylocalradio.com. This is the final home game of the season, final night of the regular season. We've got both Mountain View and Lyman in action tonight. I think SVI's over there at Lyman covering that senior night contest against Pinedale. But we're here to bring you the first look, brought to you by Bradshaw's Glass Towing and Fitness for these girls contest tonight. Mountain View is one win away. They took care of part one yesterday by defeating Lyman, and that gave them control of number one. That took that out of the hands of Lyman and put it squarely in position of Mountain View. They're one away from being the top seed in next week's regional tournament. Meanwhile, Big Piney's winless on the conference season and has struggled throughout this season. This means Mountain View has the opponent that they would want at home for a senior night in this situation. That being said, the Buffs were not perfect last night, though. However, they were good enough. Lyman did not shoot the ball well, and Mountain View had a few more turnovers than they're used to. But late in the contest, Mountain View made a free throw to take the lead, and then Kylie Dellinger closed out the victory with an offensive rebound. Mountain View lost to Lyman last time they played by 12, so a win by 2 or 100 points. All that the Buffs cared about was a change of fortune. A win tonight, as we mentioned, and the Buffs play either Lovell or Powell in the first round. Lovell and Powell play each other tonight. The winner of that will be the 3 seed. The loser will be the 4. Lovell does hold a tiebreaker, which makes that possible despite being they're both 1 and 5 in the conference season, so it's just a straight winner has 2 wins, loser has 1, but Lovell would have a tiebreaker with a higher opponent victory. Riker Goodman, to complicate issues, is out tonight, and for the next game, that would be the opening round of regional. She received a flagrant foul yesterday in the contest against Pinedale. So a starter out for Big Piney, sitting at just 3 wins on the season, or 4 wins on the season, makes it just a little bit tougher for them. They're 0-5 in the conference season. Comparatively, Mountain View sitting at 4-1. Shooting-wise, Mountain View holds the edge, although they shot just about 33% last night, shooting about 40.5% on this season, including 27.5% from 3. Top scorer for Mountain View, Haley Stevens. Top scorer for Big Piney, Cassidy Espenscheid at 8.3 per game. Haley at just under 15. Taking a look at the standings at the final day, Mountain View was able to leapfrog Lyman, and now they hold control and have the tiebreaker. If records end up even, Mountain View is your number 1 seed. Big Piney can't climb out of the number 4 spot, just trying to get a win and get set to play Worland next week on a Thursday matchup. That will be the 6 o'clock or 6:30 matchup, I think that time is, for regionals. It will be the latest of the girls' contest that Big Piney is playing in. No, it will be the penultimate of that, because Lyman will have the late contest, and they'll be the number 2 seed for that. So either way, Worland and Big Piney will play next week. Mountain View, either Lovell or Powell is their opponent. That's your first look, brought to you by Bradshaw's Glass Towing and Fitness. Whatever it is you need, Bradshaw's can probably help. And the pregame show brought to you by Sawyer's Disaster Cleanup and Construction. Call 741-7000 or visit wilddisastercleanup.com. We will return with a senior giving us our interview tonight. First, we'll hear from Brian Espenscheid, head coach of the Big Piney Lady Punchers, and then we'll hear from Haley Stevens to close it out, talking about her experience with the Mountain View Buffaloes basketball program these past 4 years. This is the First Bank presentation of Mountain View basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Whatever you need, it's likely that Bradshaw's and Lyman can help. Whether it's windows at home or new glass in your car, truck, SUV, or semi, Bradshaw's has it. Tires? Yes. All vehicles, ATVs, semis, and more. Bradshaw's offers a 24-hour towing service for everything large to small. And the Bradshaw Fitness Center is open 24/7. There's more, so always call Bradshaw's first. Whatever you need, it's likely they can help. 307-787-3450. Again, that's 307-787-3450.
Brian Espenscheid with me. I caught up with you, was that last week or maybe it was 2 weeks ago? It doesn't seem like that long ago. I think it was a week ago when you were playing Lyman. Now you're down to your final conference game of the year, getting ready for regionals. How do you feel about where you need to go, what you're working on last tweaks before the regular season's over?
Well, we had a really good game the last game we talked against Lyman. Kids played really well. Last night we played Pinedale, not quite as good, and we had one kid that's not going to get a play for a couple games because of a flagrant foul. So that's gonna hurt a little bit tonight and the next game. So, we're just gonna have to fill in with the guys that we have, and they'll play hard. And Mountain View game tonight is going to be tough. They're one of the top teams in the state for sure. And, I think if we have a good night, we can play with them and hopefully make them earn it, and keep playing hard. And, regionals, I think there's, the teams are really even. I'd say there's probably a few of us that are a little on the lesser side, but even us, I feel like that, on the right day and things are going right, we can compete with any of the top teams. So, we'll be hoping to try to make our movie this next week.
It's make your movie, get the underdog story going.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like that. You might as well trademark that one. That's a good one. It's been tough getting wins for your program this year. However, talking to different coaches around the state, they don't like playing your team because they say they're pesky and they're really tough defensively. Is that kind of a staple that you tried to install on your team, or is that just the girls' attitudes?
Well, we just, we try hard to impress upon them that, we're not tall, we're not real fast, but, we can try like hell. So that's kind of what we try to do.
Well, you mentioned you're going to be missing a girl for a couple of games, and boy, that comes at the worst time of the season, too, as it'll be your opening regional contest.
Yeah, well, she'll miss that game, and it's just, I don't know. It's the way it goes, Things happen. She'll learn from it, and I'm sure she'll be better for it. She's not a senior, so she's a great kid, and it was just a bad deal. Stuff happens.
One thing about your team,
heat of the battle.
One thing about your team, as you mentioned, you don't have a lot of seniors. Pretty much all these girls will be back, save for a couple.
Yeah, Yeah, so we're looking forward to, next year for sure. We're going to drop down into 2A again, and we've got some good young kids that are playing pretty good. So, we're excited about that. But we got to live in the moment, and we're playing, tough 3A teams, and it's made us tougher. I can just say our kids. I've been lucky as heck to, I've just been the coach for a couple years here, but the kids that we get to work with are just fantastic kids. I mean, they're almost all straight A kids, and so it's been a blessing for me in that regard. I wish, and they do too. They wish maybe they're a little taller and a little faster, but at the end of the day, they're super good kids, and we're happy to be where we're at.
Coach Espenscheid, thank you very much.
All right.
We'll continue the Sawyer's Disaster Cleanup and Construction pregame show after this by hearing from senior for Mountain View, Haley Stevens. This is the First Bank presentation of Mountain View basketball on KNYN and MyLocalRadio.com.
Hi, this is Chase Sawyer with Sawyer Disaster Cleanup and Construction. Our company specializes in fire damage restoration, mold inspection, remediation and testing, flood cleanup, and biohazardous cleanup services. We complete each job to 100% of your satisfaction. Safety is our highest priority, and once we've completed your job, we ensure your home or business will again be a safe place to occupy. Call me, Chase, at 307-741-7000. Sawyer Disaster Cleanup and Construction.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Whatever you need, it's likely that Bradshaw's in Lyman can help. Whether it's windows at home or new glass in your car, truck, SUV, or semi, Bradshaw's has it. Tires? Yes. All vehicles, ATVs, semis, and more. Bradshaw's offers a 24-hour towing service for everything large to small. And the Bradshaw Fitness Center is open 24/7. There's more, so always call Bradshaw's first. Whatever you need, it's likely they can help. 307-787-3450. Again, that's 307-787-3450.
We hope you're enjoying this MyLocalRadio.com exclusive broadcast of Bridger Valley Sports. We love being able to travel around the state to bring the action on the field or court back to you watching at home. Let's face it, doing all of this would not be possible without all of our great sponsors. We appreciate the support the following businesses and individuals show to both Mountain View and Lyman Sports. Bradshaw's Glass, Towing, and Fitness. Whatever it is you need, Bradshaw's can probably help. The Come On In of Casper. When it comes time to cheer on your Buffs or Eagles at state, the Come On In is your best bet for a great night's stay. Auto Farm Chevrolet in Evanston. General Manager Dennis Lynch invites you to come and experience a community-driven dealership. Evanston Regional Hospital. Quality health care close to home. Bridger Valley Motor. Got a check engine light blinking? Don't guess at what the problem is. Take it to Slim at Bridger Valley Motor in Lyman. And Achieve Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy. No excuses, just results. Thank you to all of our Bridger Valley sports sponsors.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
Haley Stevens with me. I have you on for senior night, and the first question I have for you, your last home game, what's this program meant for you the last 4 years?
I think it's been a big part of my life. From going to Reese my freshman year to Jess was like a big, nobody was really prepared for it. But then stepping up my sophomore year, playing varsity, having Jess, she's an amazing coach. She always has my back. She always pulls me out at moments that, I just need a refresher. And she always tells me, I got it and everything, but I don't know. It's just a big part of my life, and this program is going to keep going, and it's going to be greater and greater as it goes.
So you probably dealt a little bit with Coach Moretti, though, as a freshman, though, because she was in the program, wasn't she, as an assistant coach?
Yeah, she was the JV coach.
Yeah, okay. So is there a freshman coach specifically, or did you deal mostly with the JV coach?
Joel actually was my freshman coach, and then I moved up to JV. I played a little bit of JV my freshman year, and I played a little bit of varsity.
Yeah.
And then as the season went on, I started playing more JV than I did freshman. But other than that, I only was with Jess like a little bit at the time, and then as my sophomore year, I was with her all the time. So
you guys need to get the win tonight, and then you're securely at the #1 spot. What would that mean for you?
I think it would be amazing. A lot of people have kind of doubted our small team, just like they did in volleyball. But during volleyball, we were able to make it to state, and nobody really expected us to do that. And I believe we can do it, and I also believe that this team can make it into the state championship too.
Well, this is just the beginning. Getting a #1 spot, heading into regionals, doesn't guarantee you anything. Doesn't mean you're into state, and once you get into state, it doesn't mean you go any farther than that. So it's a stepping stone, I guess you could call it. Senior night, it's red, white, and blue here. You're gonna be able to hold your composure. I guess you'll get to do it after the game, so maybe you can let loose a little bit. But have you thought about actually going out and realizing that will be your last game yet?
Yeah, today it actually hit me hard when my aunt gave me flowers. Like, it just never came to me that this time would come at this moment.
Yeah. Well, you guys at least have a regional tournament, which is kind of like a home one. Being in Lyman, it means no one has to travel that far. That's nice. At regionals, you don't know who you're playing yet. You know for sure you got to take care of business tonight against Big Piney to get that #1 spot. You played them once already. You played a couple of teams from Sublette County. What do you got to do tonight to go and get that win?
We just need to run the ball, play as a team. Defense is our big thing, and that was our main focus last night, was defense against Lyman. Yeah, we had a few turnovers, but I think this game we just need to focus on trusting each other, playing for each other, especially hopefully playing like for the seniors, since this will be their last game. But other than that, it's mainly just trust. And
like you mentioned last night against Lyman, there was a point with under a minute to go. The ball was out of your hands. It was on Lyman's side, and then they got free throws they missed. Then you got to go the other way. How was that for a contest last night as far as getting you ready for regionals? It seemed like that was as tight as you guys have had to play all year.
Yeah, it was scary. I had those turnovers in the fourth quarter that weren't the probably.
You go right to them.
Yeah, they probably weren't the best choice to do, but I had my team, they had my back, and Kylie went out and made that 3 to get us tied. And then Sadie with her amazing baseline drive to get that and one. I was so glad they had my back, and I was just there to cheer them on for my mistakes.
As a point guard or a wing, that Lyman defense looks frustrating to play against.
Yeah, it's difficult. I don't know. They're really aggressive. They're really long. They have a great 3-2, but I don't know. It's really tough to get against. But we had our offense that we worked just for them, and we had our JV play defense just like them, just to prepare us for that moment.
It just seems like it's tough to pass around. If you dribble around, there's always someone picking you up, and you just got to really be patient.
Yeah,
but, you got through it. One more home game, and then on to regionals, and then we hope on to state. We'll be with you the rest of the way. Haley, thank you.
Thank you.
You can see a shot of the seniors all getting recognized before the start of the girls' contest. The clock says 5 minutes left before the start of this game. That may help us out, as I've just gotten word that our camera person went to the wrong gymnasium. Uh-oh. So he is on his way to Mountain View as we speak. So a couple extra minutes are not going to hurt my feelings at all. Right now we're at 5:37 p.m., 7 minutes after the scheduled tip time, and we'll see if they keep those extra 5 minutes on the clock for my sake and yours as well, being able to watch this game, as I'm nowhere near that camera to be able to do too much about that. We hope that is the case. Let's take a break now as the girls will get back out and start to re-warm up. This is the First Bank presentation of Mountain View basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. Big Piney and Mountain View coming your way in the next 10 minutes.
Hi, this is Chase Sawyer with Sawyer Disaster Cleanup and Construction. Our company has helped thousands of people put their homes, businesses, and lives back together after a fire, flood, storm, or other disastrous event. We work with all insurance companies, and we work for you by being professional, fair, and honest. Our certified technicians are trained in every aspect of restoration, so we can complete each project in a fast and satisfactory way. Call us today, 307-741-7000. Sawyer Disaster Cleanup and Construction.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
The best place to stay when you're in Casper, Wyoming is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. This beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, 1 pool, a fitness center, and fabulous indoor atrium. Offering jacuzzi and fireplace suites, the guest rooms are comfortable and relaxing. Plus, every stay includes a delicious extended continental breakfast. Whenever you're in Casper, stay at the best place. Come On In Hotel and Suites. Come on in today. Come On In Hotel and Suites, Casper.
An infected tooth can cause discomfort and serious harm to your health. At Wyoming Dental Specialties, endodontist Dr. Leslie Walker understands the complexities removing infected tissues from inside the tooth, which is one reason why you can trust him to provide endodontic treatment and root canal therapy. With a skilled staff and state-of-the-art technology in our office, we help save your smile and improve your overall dental health. Call today to schedule your appointment, 307-789-5608.
As one of the region's most visited websites, MyLocalRadio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on MyLocalRadio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit MyLocalRadio.com today to stream it all live.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Welcome back to the Sawyer's Disaster Cleanup and Construction Pregame Show. We are about a minute and 45 away from the start of this contest. As you can see, I've widened out the view. In the meantime, we will, while we're waiting for our camera person to find his way back to the right side of the Bridger Valley. Went to the wrong gymnasium, so he should be here within the next 10 minutes. In the meantime, I've got Mountain View's basket, I believe, out and on view. So bear with me for a couple of minutes and we'll get a normal camera work going here as on MyLocalRadio.com. But we'll take one last break and come back with the starting lineups and the opening tip for tonight's contest. This is the First Bank presentation of Mountain View Basketball on MyLocalRadio.com.
The Wyoming Prep Podcast on the radio is back for another year with a bit of a twist. Join me, Jake Hibbard, as I transition from covering Evanston and becoming the voice of the Mountain View Buffs and Lyman Eagles. I'll be live every Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. with news, analysis, and guests as we focus on the Bridger Valley and beyond. We'll cover the happenings around the area and across the state landscape. We would also like to welcome onto the show as a regular this year, Dennis Lynch of Auto Farm Chevrolet. Join us every Wednesday on KNYN 99.1 FM in the Evanston listening area for the Wyoming Prep Podcast on the radio. If you can't catch it then, don't worry. We'll post all the episodes up to MyLocalRadio.com, or you can also find it by searching and subscribing to the Wyoming Prep Podcast on iTunes or Google Play. The Wyoming Prep Podcast on the radio, presented by Auto Farm Chevrolet. Every Wednesday, August through March on KNYN 99.1 FM in Evanston, or online anytime at mylocalradio.com, or of course at the Wyoming Prep Podcast on wherever you get your podcasts. The Wyoming Prep Podcast on the radio. Come join in on the fun.
We hope you're enjoying this mylocalradio.com exclusive broadcast of Bridger Valley Sports. We love being able to travel around the state to bring the action on the field or court back to you watching at home. Let's face it, doing all of this would not be possible without all of our great sponsors. We appreciate the support the following businesses and individuals show to both Mountain View and Lyman Sports. Jeff Piper and Farmers Insurance in Evanston. Whether it's home, life, renters, auto, or more, Jeff Piper is your one-stop shop for all of your insurance needs. Black's Fork Dental, top-of-the-line dentistry available right in your backyard. Thank you to all of our Bridger Valley sports sponsors. We hope you're enjoying this mylocalradio.com exclusive broadcast of Bridger Valley Sports. We love being able to travel around the state to bring the action on the field or court back to you watching at home. Let's face it, doing all of this would not be possible without all of our great sponsors. We appreciate the support the following businesses and individuals show to both Mountain View and Lyman Sports. Dr. McKay Frankham, quality dental care at affordable prices. Westar Printing in Evanston. No matter what you want printed, Westar is where you want it done. Reese Auto Service. From lawnmowers and snowblowers to cars, trucks, and semis, Reese Auto Service in Lyman does it all. Trona Valley Credit Union, member NCUA. Wyoming Dental Specialties. Make an appointment with specialist Dr. Vuig or Stosich by calling the Evanston office at Bear River Dental. Plains Tire in Evanston, Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer. Thank you to all of our Bridger Valley sports sponsors.
Getting set for first quarter action here at Mountain View. The national anthem just finished. Time for the starters of this contest. First for Big Piney, they're the road team. Last day of the regular season, bright red jerseys. White piping up the sides with BP on the left and right side of the shorts. Starters today are just a little bit altered of the contest that we did last week because Riker Goodman again is out tonight and next Thursday after getting a flagrant foul in the rivalry game yesterday. So no Goodman means the starters are Cassidy Espenscheid wearing number 1. She's a junior. A lot of juniors, 3 juniors, 2 seniors in the starting lineup. Jacoby Hibbard, also a junior, wears number 10. And the other junior, Paige Nelson, in the post, wears number 31. Shelby Hatch is a senior, wearing number 22. Xavier Sombrano is a senior, wearing number 20. Starters for the Mountain View Buffs, Haley Stevens, a 5'7" senior, wears number 1. And let me double check and make sure we're not missing any starters, that we got the original or the regular starters. Yes, we do. I'm looking at who's sitting down. Hey, Emily Bugus, a sophomore, wears number 4, and a 5'4" sophomore is Bugus. Kylie Dellinger, a junior, wearing number 10, 5'7", and then a 5'8" post. Sadie Mitchell is a senior, wearing number 5, and Casey Bugus, 5'4" sophomore, wears number 3. First quarter coming up very shortly. Those are your starters. Boys starters will be brought to you by Black's Fork Timber. Have Eric Quinney refereeing the contest tonight. I was talking to him before the game. Of course, his son Bryson in the hospital in Utah was visited just recently by Donovan Mitchell, the all-star point, almost said point guard. He plays point occasionally, all-star guard for the Utah Jazz. He's been sticking closer to home. Will be skipping out on the state tournament. He's usually one of the referees there, so he'll be listening in to us on coverage for those. And Mountain View and Lyman, whoever can make it. We'll have 4 teams eligible for regionals next week. And those teams will all be in action in Lyman on Thursday, Friday, and if they make it through there to Saturday. Mountain View's boys are already the number 1 seed. Mountain View's girls, with a win today, will be number 1 as well. They also could get in with a Lyman loss to Pinedale. Pinedale is the number 3 seed for next week's regional tournament out of the Southwest for the girls' side. On the boys, number 2 is Big Piney after Mountain View, and then number 3 is Lyman, number 4 Pinedale. We have Warland and Lander in action tonight, and that determines the top seed for the boys' side. As I understand it, Warland holds no tiebreaker over Lander. Lander holds no tiebreaker over Warland. So outside of the fact that if Warland wins, they're undefeated. So, of course, they are the number 1. If Lander wins, they will have an even conference record. And I believe it goes to coin flip for the top seed of the Northwest for regionals on the boys' side. Haley Stevens tipping off against Jacoby Hibbard. And we are underway again, waiting for the camera person to show up. Went to the wrong gymnasium. And Big Piney wins that going from right to left. That will be partially obstructed. You won't be able to see that here for the next couple of minutes. He is on his way. I'm conversing with him over the telephone through text to try to get as soon as we can. Big Piney basketball moving from left to right. Shelby Hatch goes over to the right side at Zavia Sombrano. A throw to the left and out of bounds intended for Hibbert. No, just kept inside. Hibbert threw it to Espenscheid. Cassidy Espenscheid is the leading scorer on the season for Big Piney at 8.3 points per game. Hibbert has it over to the left wing. It's Shelby Hatch with the basketball. She jump stops at the free throw line, gives it off to Espenscheid, who has it on the right wing. Goes around a screen, then dribbles up, passes up to the top where Jacoby Hibbert hands off to Sombrano. Near the free throw line, over to the right wing. We'll pass over to the corner. Drive in by Hatch, and she'll give off to Hibbert. A long opening possession. Espenscheid at the free throw line, out to the corner. Sombrano thinks about a shot. 1 minute gone by in this opening possession. Drive in, and a foul called against Mountain View. No, take it away. It's a foul against Cassidy Espenscheid for the push-off. The first foul of the contest comes on the first possession for either team. That takes 1 minute and 3 seconds off the clock. No points, no shot put up by Big Piney, though they struggled. A big loss to Big Piney yesterday. Here's Mountain View's first possession of the day. Moving from right to left, Casey Bugus goes to Emily Bugus. She'll dribble to the top of the key, hand off to Dellinger, going to her right. Stops at the right wing, skips it left side. Bugus steps into an elbow shot off the glass, no good. And the rebound corralled down by Emily Bugus. Again, we will have a camera person coming here shortly. Bugus on the right wing, jump stops to Mitchell. And taken away. Back to Shelby Hatch. She came away with the steal. And the turnover goes off the hands of Paige Nelson there, and out of bounds. Haley Stevens played the passing lanes there to get the ball out of bounds. And it's Mountain View basketball. Moving from right to left, Haley Stevens to Casey Bugus over to the right wing. It's Emily with the basketball. Almost 2 minutes gone by in the opening quarter as we've had one possession for either side and almost possession for Big Piney. They came away with the steal, but then threw it out of bounds before they ever set up into the half-court offense. Skip from left to right, Bugus into the paint. Oh, tied up and a jump ball coming in. Possession arrow in favor of Mountain View as Big Piney won the tip. I understand that the camera person has just pulled in, so we're very shortly away from having full court coverage. Stevens drives into the paint and is fouled, headed to the line for 2 free throws. 5:46 left in the first period. No score on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Stevens, the first shot is good. Haley Stevens comes into the game one of the top scorers in the Western Conference, second behind only Roxanne Rogers. Goes 2-2 from the free throw line, and Mountain View has the first 2 points of the game, 2-0 over Big Piney on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Sombrano trapped on the far sideline, overthrows. Touched by Espenscheid, but a backcourt called over and back to Mountain View. Near side inbound right at midcourt. Kylie Dellinger throws it to the jump circle where Casey Bugus stands. Over to Emily Bugus on the right wing, back to Bugus, that being Casey at the top of the key. She rolls over to her left and the ball knocked out, touched out by Cassidy Espenscheid. So stays with Mountain View. Bugus with 5:26, gives it to her sister Emily Bugus. Rolls around, throws out to the right corner. Casey Bugus, saw her almost hit a half quarter in warm-ups. That was at halftime of the JV game. Hook shot on the run by Kylie Dellinger, assisted by Casey Bugis, and Mountain View has its first field goal of the game and a 4-0 lead. Sombrano overthrown, but I think it was touched. Yeah, it was grazed in the passing lanes by Bugis, so stays with Big Piney. Pass was intended for Nelson. Casti Espenscheid, the inbounder. Throws it to Sombrano, who gives it to Hatch at the top of the key. On the right wing, Sombrano, guarded by Mitchell, goes to the top. It's Jacoby Hibbert with it, then to Hatch on the left wing. Down low to Sombrano, a step inside from the right wing, just misses. It was rattling in and then fell out. Back to Mountain View. Kylie Dellinger on the rebound. Bailey Henstra will make her first appearance shortly as she moves to check in at the scorer's table. Haley Stevens hands off to Kylie Dellinger at the top of the key. Gives to the left wing. It's Casey Bugis with the basketball. Back to Dellinger at the top. And a shot made. Goes Bugis there. I was looking to see if our camera person had made it there. Got to tell him to zoom in. Sombrano at the free throw line. Starts to shoot and then passes off. Goes away from it. Still Big Piney basketball. Jacoby Hibbert with it. She drives, gives it to Espenscheid into the lane. Floater in, and Big Piney is on the board. 6-2 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Mountain View basketball. Casey Bugis to the left wing. Throws over right side. It's out right side. Bugis on the three attempt. Misses long. Tries to chase down her own board. Sombrano comes away with it. Espenscheid has her pass taken away. And it's knocked out of bounds. That was Sadie Mitchell, it looks like, making that shot. So get that corrected for my scorebook. 3:34 left in the first period. Down low, Hatch to Hibbert. Turned around, shot good, and Jacoby Hibbert joins the scoring board, and we've got a 6-4 tally on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Haley Stevens with the basketball, takes it across the timeline from right to left. Down high, low, Dellinger loses the dribble, goes down to the ground, tied up, jump ball, back to Big Piney. Xavier Sombrano. Tied up Dellinger. Jacoby Hibbert gives it to Espenscheid. Dellinger in the backcourt, trailing whoever has the basketball. Stevens comes in trying to trap. Taken across the timeline on a pass to Hatch and then knocked out of bounds. Henstra got a hold of it. The pass was intended for Paige Nielsen. .302 left in the first period. 6-4 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Inbound to Espenscheid. Sombrano at the top, over to Espenscheid on the right wing. Then to Sombrano on the left wing. She'll stop and pop 17 feet away. Rolls in. Tie game on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Sombrano with her first 2 points, and 3 players have scored for Big Piney. 6 all on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Stevens loses the dribble. Goes down to the ground trying to hold on to it, and a timeout taken by Coach Moretti. We will take it with him on a First Bank presentation of Mountain View basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
6-6 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Big Piney and Mountain View in the first quarter have had 3 players score for each side. Haley Stevens 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Kylie Dellinger with a bucket and Sadie Mitchell with one as well for Big Piney. 3 field goals, one by Casti Espenscheid, Jacoby Hibbert, and Xavier Sombrano. Back to action here, and after the Mountain View timeout, that was forced by the near tie-up of Haley Stevens losing her dribble and then going down to the ground. Baseline inbound, Dellinger to the right wing, gives it off to Sadie Mitchell. She's at the top of the key, 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Tie game, Casey Bugis has it on the left wing 2:27 left. Espenscheid coming out to guard her at the top. Over to the right wing. Dellinger with the basketball. Espenscheid playing at the top of this zone look for Big Piney. Mountain View trying to pass around and get down low. Throw from Dellinger looking for either Henstra or Bugas. It went over both of them and out of bounds. Oddly enough, it was Bugas behind Henstra who got hands on the basketball. Bugas about 8 inches shorter than Henstra. A blocking foul called in transition. Big Piney draws that one. It's foul number 2. They'll make that foul number 1 for Mountain View of the half. 2 fouls for Big Piney, 1 for Mountain View, and the inbound to Shelby Hatch. Espenscheid on the right wing takes a screen. That's from Nelson. Back to the left wing is Jacoby Hibbert giving off to Hatch. She's on the corner. Goes around from Hibbert out to the short corner. Shot up by Sombrano. Drops in. Well, Big Piney on the season shooting about 34%. They are converting at a higher clip today, being very patient without one of their normal starters. Riker Goodman for the game today or tomorrow. Henstra down in the blocks, cannot hold on to the pass. Hatch away with it. Tosses up ahead. Sombrano on the run. Has Bugas against her. Casey comes away with the rejection against Sombrano in transition. Mountain View basketball. Haley Stevens on the run. Crosses over to the left at the free throw line. Turns around, still looking for some baseline space. Stepped out of bounds, trying to get around Espenscheid, and it's back to Big Piney. Emily Bugas checks in for Sadie Mitchell. 8-6 the score on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Big Piney on top of Mountain View again. This game determines number 1 seeding. Big Piney, they're stuck at number 4, but Mountain View needs the win today, or a Lyman loss. Either will do. Out to the right side after the steal. Casey Bugas takes the pass from Dellinger. No good. Rejected on the put back up, but a foul on Hibbert. Puts her at the free throw line. See if we can get that. I think SVI's got a stream of that Lyman game, so let's see if I can pull that one up. And maybe keep tabs on that contest as well. It's got more meaning on the girls' side than it does the boys. I thought they were there today. Let's see. Well, here they are. Perhaps. No, it's 5 days ago. Well, maybe they're there. Maybe they're not. 1 of 2 free throws made on that trip down, and it's back to Big Piney. Still with the basket. A 1-point lead, I should say. Hatch with 1 minute left, gives it off left side on the dribble. Hibbert tries to take the pass. Bugas comes away with it. Emily passes to Casey. Has Espenscheid in front of her. Stops, throws it off the glass, wildly misses. Dellinger on the putback, good. Mountain View regains the lead. 9-8 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board on the Dellinger bucket. She has 4 in the quarter. Double dribble called on Big Piney, turns it back over. Casey Bugas 1 point in the contest. Haley Stevens with 2. So 3 of 4 shooting from the free throw line. Bugas looks down low, or take that away. Dellinger looks down low. Henstra can't handle the pass. 9-8 the score. Back to Big Piney. Big Piney basketball, 25 seconds left. Espenscheid to the middle. Throws off. Down low, Nelson. Shot up on the blocks, no good. Henstra on the rebound. Haley Stevens with it. 14 seconds across the timeline out to the left wing. Kylie Dellinger gives off to Casey Bugas. To the top of the key. Swing around right side. Emily Bugas with the basketball. Dellinger at 1 second. A 3 at the top of the key. Airs it. 9-8 after 1 quarter on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Mountain View leads Big Piney, but it's a tough one early on. We'll be back with the Reese Auto Service second period in 1 minute's time. This is a First Bank presentation of Mountain View basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
When do you schedule doctor appointments?
In bed before I fall asleep. In the car waiting to pick up my kids.
We can even do it after breakfast.
We all lead busy lives. Online appointment scheduling puts you in control. In just 90 seconds, you can make an appointment with a primary care provider or specialist at evanstonanytime.com. Select the day and time most convenient for you. Enter some basic information, and just like that, you're scheduled for care. Schedule appointments for next day and beyond at evanstonanytime.com.
Second quarter, just 4 seconds underway. Brought to you by Reese Auto Service. Mountain View basketball, 9-8 the score on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Mountain View over Big Piney on this, the final day of the regular season. Straight up and down defense against Sadie Mitchell down in the block. She airballs it, and it's a Big Piney rebound. Cassidy Espenscheid taking it across from left to right. Big Piney in the red jerseys, Mountain View in the white. This Mountain View senior night. The seniors were recognized just prior to the contest. Jacoby Hibbard has it, hands off to Hatch, curls around out to the left wing, then to the corner. It's Espenscheid with it. First 30 seconds of the game and of the second quarter. The first 1 minute of the game in 3 seconds was a long possession. Steal away by Kylie Dellinger on the run. Left-handed layup is good. Dellinger was 6 in the game. As I was saying, Big Piney started the contest with a 63-second possession. That did not yield a shot, but they were very patient in that first quarter, and that's why they're in it. Yeah, bad pass there. Gets stolen away by Dellinger, and it's a 3-point lead and a quick timeout taken by head coach Brian Espenscheid. Back in 1 minute. This is a First Bank presentation of Mountain View basketball on KNYN and MyLocalRadio.com.
With MyLocalRadio.com, you get to stay up to date with Lyman and Mountain View sports by watching all of the games live in the convenience of your own home. Now you get to keep up with your coaches, athletes, and teachers throughout the week with the Bridger Valley Coaches Corner. Weekdays during the school year, the Bridger Valley Coaches Corner will run on KNYN 99.1 FM at 3 p.m. and keep you up to date with the most interesting storylines from Lyman and Mountain View in football, volleyball, basketball, swimming, running, golf, and more. We'll also check in with different students and teachers from the two schools throughout the year. 3 p.m. Monday through Friday on KNYN 99.1 FM is the Bridger Valley Coaches Show presented by MyLocalRadio.com. Stay connected.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Out of the full timeout, Big Piney nearly loses possession of the basketball. They do retain it. It rolled out of bounds, just barely last touched by Mountain View. Second quarter brought to you by Reese Auto Service. The trusted mechanics at Reese can work on any engine, large or small. Located in Lyman, give them a call at 747-6450. Shelby Hatch has the basketball for Big Piney. Bounce pass down and a reach foul called against Emily Bugis. Foul number 2 for Mountain View. Emily's first. 3 fouls for Big Piney. Inbound goes to Shelby Hatch. Big Piney ball. At the top, down low to the free throw line. Hibbert, hands off to Hatch. She's off into the races. Ran right into the defense, and a charge called. Drawn by Sadie Mitchell, although there wasn't much drawn about it. Hatch came in with a full head of steam, and Mitchell looked up, and there was quite literally a forehead headed right at her. 11-8 the score on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. 6:43 left in the Reese Auto Service second period. Casey Bugis playing point guard in this formation. Dellinger, the inbounder. Emily Bugis joining Mitchell and Stevens on the court. Stevens all alone down in the blocks, gets the pass, goes up with the shot on the left side, just misses. Mitchell on the putback in. Sadie Mitchell has 4 points in the game. So we've had contributions of 10 combined points by Sadie Mitchell and Kylie Dellinger. Starting today, bounce pass out to Nelson. She'll think about a shot on the corner. No, not going for it. Double teamed, and Casey Bugis called, ties her up, and jump ball called. Stays with Big Piney. Shelby Hatch signaling play number 1. Finger waggling in the air. She rolls to the baseline to inbound. Throws it up, aloft to Cassidy Espenscheid, then back to Sombrano. She had 4 points, Sombrano did in the first quarter. Down low, Hibbert goes to work. Thinks about turning around and sees the defense of Dellinger, passes back out of it. Now around the perimeter, Shelby Hatch pulls up inside, long shot, about 19 feet there. Maybe more like 17 there, just inside the three-point line. 13-10 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Shelby Hatch with her first bucket of the day. On the Mountain View side, Dellinger steps around the defensive Hatch and puts another one in the paint. Points in the paint for Dellinger. She's got 8 in the game. Mitchell nearly steals away the long pass up ahead. Nelson comes away with it. Still being tightly guarded. Rolls the ball out to Hibbert. 5:30 left in the Reese Auto Service second period. To the right corner is Cassidy Espenscheid with the basketball. Big Piney down by 5 in the second quarter, and a foul called. Defensive foul on Haley Stevens is her first. .5:24 left in period number 2. Shelby Hatch, the inbounder for Big Piney. She's to the left of her hoop from her vantage point. Passes it to Espenscheid, and she drops a 3 from the top of the key. 5 for Espenscheid. We're back to a 2-point game, 15-13 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Casey Bugas tosses to Emily, then back to Casey to the free throw line. The pass is to Sadie Mitchell. Espenscheid ties her up. Jump ball stays with Mountain View. Mitchell had the ball in the air, and Espenscheid reached up and grabbed it. A quick jump ball call there. Espenscheid may have been able to rip free a steal if held off any longer. Baseline inbound for Dellinger. Has Bugas open on the left corner. Passes to her. She'll dribble in and gets hacked by Jacoby Hibbert. Hit hard there, and Casey Bugas is to the free throw line. Bugas went 1 of 2 from the line in the first quarter. Bailey Henstra moves into the scorer's table to check in following this first shot. 5:04 left, so almost 3 minutes gone by in the Reese Auto Service second period. First shot is no good by Casey. Stevens and Bugas taking all 5 of Mountain View's free throws today. Haley went 2 of 2 in the first. Casey sitting at 1 of 3, trying to get back up to 50% on the day. On the season, Casey's shooting a little better than 50%, I believe. She misses both of them there. No, just under. She's a 46% free throw shooter. So it's taken out of bounds, and then last touched going out by Lena Hatch, the sophomore of Big Piney. So Mountain View holds on to the basketball. Here's a referee conference, and the call is reversed. Last touch by Mountain View, the call. Overturned call gives it to Big Piney. They trail by just 2 points on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. High pass, Emily Bugas skies up, grabs it, gives off to Casey. She'll drive into the right block, turn around, run into a wall of defense, find Haley Stevens just in time. Stevens driving baseline, step through, Euro drop it in. 17-13 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board, and a timeout taken by Coach Espenscheid. It's a 30, so we'll be back in that amount of time. 17-13. Mountain View over Big Piney on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. This is a First Bank presentation of Mountain View basketball.
When you have any mechanical problems, always think of Reese Auto Service in Lyman first. Doug and the mechanics at Reese Auto Service work on everything from your lawnmower and snowblower to cars, trucks, farm and ranch equipment, and semis. You can also get tires for anything you need at Reese Auto Service. Always visit Reese first. You'll get great pricing and quality-friendly service. Reese Auto Service, 541 Highway 413, Lyman.
17-13 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board with 4:44 left in period number 2, brought to you by Reese Auto Service. Big Piney basketball, they've been hanging in here in the last day of the regular season, sitting at 0-5 on the conference season, just 3 wins overall in the regular season. That's preseason and conference combined. But they've been a pesky team. They played pretty well against Lyman last week and kept that game close throughout. Big Piney basketball in the red jerseys, moving from left to right. Stop and pop by Sombrano, uses the backboard, just a little bit off. Haley Stevens on the board for Mountain View. She's racing from right to left. Throws up ahead to Henstra, and it goes off of her hands. Henstra was not ready for it. She's having a little trouble collecting the ball today. From the corner, Espenscheid to the top. Shelby Hatch swings around left side, back to Sombrano. She'll roll to the free throw line, give off to the right side. Then to the corner, it's Shelby Hatch with it, taking a screen. Shot up, off the glass, just off to the right. Henstra on the rebound. Gives it off to Kylie Dellinger. Halfway through the Reese Auto Service second period, Mountain View leads Big Piney by 4 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Stevens has it on the right corner, looks down low to Henstra, and again, knocked away. It's been a heck of a time trying to get the basketball to Henstra today. Knocked out of bounds by Sierra Kiter. Sombrano checks out, replaced in the court, back by Paige Nelson. Baseline inbound for Casey Bugas. Bugas gives it to Stevens, then back to Bugas. Down low, Henstra does get it this time. Hit hard, no call there. Looked like it was all arm there. And I think Coach Moretti, well, let's see. She's going to ask about that elbow hit there. Thought she might give an appeal there, and she does. Shelby Hatch throws up to Nelson, but hits the net, so that gives it to Emily Bugas. Falls right into her hands, and Mountain View in transition. Bugas, long shot, rebounded by Espenscheid. 3:28 left in the first half. 17-13 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Big Piney basketball. To Lena Hatch for Big Piney at the free throw line. She'll pick up her dribble. Give it off to Sierra Kiter. Then to Hatch. Back to Kiter. Over to the left wing. It's Espenscheid with it. 2-possession game. Big Piney right in this one. Lena Hatch drives in. The sophomore turns around against a double team. Back to Kiter. Then to the top of the key. Nelson throws it to the left wing. Hatch back to the free throw line. Kiter out to the corner. Espenscheid thinks about a three. She's hit one. Drives in baseline. Puts up a short corner 12-footer. Instead misses. Another rebound for Kylie Dellinger. She's gotten a few of those in space and contended. Bad pass by Dellinger. Intended for Bugas. Stolen away by Espenscheid. Layup is good. 7 for Casti. And a 1-point game. 17-16 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Haley takes a long pass and drops a three in, assisted by Casey Bugas. There was no defense on Haley, and her first triple attempt is good. 2:20 left in the first half, and it's 20-16 Mountain View. Espenscheid to respond, misses long. And out of bounds into the band section, back to Mountain View. Katie Georges and Jada Kennison, the sophomore freshman duo off the bench, come in for Emily Bugas and Casey Bugas. As of late, you'll see those two come in sometimes together, try to give a little energy spark for the team off the bench. Georges takes it on the right wing, shading towards the corner. Out to Haley Stevens, a skip pass. She tries the three, misses long. Comes up with her own board. Following the shot, the floater in by Stevens is in. It's been Haley's second quarter. She has 6 in the quarter, 8 in the game. Under 2 to play in the Reese Auto Service second period. Big Piney basketball. Espenscheid to Hatch on the right corner. Half step inside the three-point line. Out to Espenscheid on the wing. Skip it from right to left wing, and that goes to Lena Hatch. She'll drive to the free throw line, off to Kiter. Kiter gives off to Hatch, screens for her. Elbow, picks up her dribble. Back to Kiter. On the left side, it's Espenscheid. 1:30 left as Espenscheid bounces out of the lane and passes out to the right side to Hatch. Hatch again, a screen and roll, but they're not looking down low as no one's getting position. Espenscheid gives off to Kiter. One dribble and nearly taken away. Back to Espenscheid. Towing the baseline, a block foul called by Stevens is her second. Team foul number 4 for Mountain View in the first half. 22-15 the score on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Casey and Emily Bugas come quickly back in, this time for Haley Stevens and Kylie Dellinger. Zavia Sombrano also back in, this for Big Piney. She replaces Lena Hatch. Inbound for Big Piney, rejection. Bailey Henstra comes away with the block. That was a block against Paige Nelson. Jada Kennison at the top of the key, working to the right over to Katie Georges for Mountain View. Skip to the left side. Bugas gets the long pass, just corralled in. Kennison at the top of the key, one-handed bounce pass down low to Casey. She's tied up with Espenscheid, works out of it, back to Kennison, then to Bugas. Takes a long free throw line extended three and misses it long. Kennison races down the board off one hop. 50 seconds left in the first half, and Mountain View holds a 7-point lead. Katie Georges looks down to Casey, down low, right under the hoop, backs up, off the glass, good. Well, Casey got the basketball right under the hoop and then had to kind of drop step back to get in position to put a shot up. She has 3 in the contest. 24-15 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board, 9-point lead for Mountain View. Long shot by Hatch at the elbow, left side, no good. Bugas had the board, tied up with Espenscheid. Jump ball call, no, a foul against Espenscheid. Gives it back to Mountain View. Foul number 6 for Big Piney, I believe, and that's the second on Espenscheid. Yes, that is their 6th. So 23.4 ticks left, and Jada Kennison taking it across the timeline from right to left for Mountain View. 9-point lead for Mountain View, trying to get it double digits before the half. Skip to the right side, Bugas down low to Henstra. Again, the ball knocked out of her hands. Bugas ties it up or takes it back. Corner 3 by Casey is short. 4 seconds left. Big Piney basketball, 1 second, and a three-quarter court shot hits the front of the rim, but just falls short. Nearly a great shot to end the half by Paige Nelson. It's 24-15 at the end of one half. On the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board, this is a First Bank presentation of Mountain View basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. We'll be back with half-time coverage after this.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds, plus online streaming music, giveaways, and more. It's all on mylocalradio.com. Watch as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches. Catch up on local and regional news and stream your favorite music. Visit mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook and stream it all live.
When you have any mechanical problems, always think of Reese Auto Service in Lyman first. Doug and the mechanics at Reese Auto Service work on everything from your lawnmower and snowblower to cars, trucks, farm and ranch equipment, and semis. You can also get tires for anything you need at Reese Auto Service. Always visit Reese first. You'll get great pricing and quality-friendly service. Reese Auto Service, 541 Highway 413, Lyman.
Trona Valley Federal Credit Union is a not-for-profit financial institution. When you become a member, you are an owner of the credit union. We believe in people over profit, and that impacts the way we do business from our overall structure down to the smallest detail. Our philosophy sets us apart, and we're here for you. Earn more with our high-yield checking account, start a savings goal, check out our competitive loans, and much more. Become a member today. We're a caring partner dedicated to your financial success. Member NCUA.
Sometimes getting the whole family scheduled for a dental appointment is hard. Different days, different times, and then how do you pay for it all? These problems have been solved by Black's Fork Dental in Mountain View because we serve patients of all ages. It's easy to schedule the whole family on the same day, so you just make one trip. We accept most insurances, and if you don't have insurance, we offer an in-house discount so the whole family can have a healthy smile. Don't wait. Call today. Black's Fork Dental in Mountain View, 307-782-3630.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Weststar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Weststar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Weststar Printing, 307-789-5202.
Getting a shot there at the half of the cheerleaders. They were also honored. The seniors were. It was just Cortland Condis, I think, the only senior cheerleader for Mountain View. Pre-game of the girls contest. A lot of times they'll do senior nights in between games. But they got it all out of the way just before the start of the girls game. We were zoomed out at that point, so we did get shots of them. But let's get through some first half stats and then recognize all the seniors that we have on the program for Mountain View tonight. Haley Stevens and Kylie Dellinger lead the way for Mountain View, up 24-15 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board at the half over Big Piney, both with 8 points. Then you have 4 points from Sadie Mitchell and 3 by Casey Bugis. Big Piney, who has 7 points from Casti Espenscheid, 4 from Zavia Sombrano, and then 2 points from Shelby Hatch and Paige Nelson. Now let's go through what we have for the seniors listed, and if you've seen some bunting around the court, I'm not sure if you can quite see it. There's red, white, and blue everywhere. That was the student section theme for the day, was wear red, white, and blue, looking out the student section. I'm not sure how many people yielded that call, but nonetheless, it looks like the 4th of July down here. I've got some little, they put up a little thing next to my booth right here, a little styrofoam, Go USA, or I don't know if you call it a pinwheel, or kind of looks like the piece of plastic that pinwheels come on, but I'll try not to digress any farther on that. Seniors for tonight for the boys basketball team: Brecken Barnes, son of Callan Hawley Barnes; Brigham Blumel, son of Danny and Michelle Blumel. For, flip it over, Hunter Gross, son of Sarah Lee Gross and Randy Gross; and Kimball Matson, son of Dale and Shannon Matson. I have one more senior for the boys team. It's Braden Walk, son of Brent and Natalie Walk. Then over to the girls side, just 2 players on the team who are seniors, and both started today. Sadie Mitchell daughter of Mike and Sally Mitchell, and then Haley Stevens, daughter of Colby and Kim Stevens. Manager Ethan Cantlin, son of John and Carol Cantlin, a manager for the Mountain Views girls basketball team, and as is Katie Harrison, daughter of Nathan and Michelle Harrison and Dawson Jorgensen, son of Laura and Sean Jorgensen. Jenny Patterson, she's another manager for, I believe, the girls basketball team, but might be the boys. Daughter of Jolie Youngberg. And Cortland Condis is the lone senior cheerleader for Mountain View, son of Corey and Sala Condis. 24-15 at the half. 4:34 before the start of quarter number 3 between Mountain View and Big Piney here on senior night under the Cedar Top Dome. We will take a break and come back with Dustin Reese. We caught up with him yesterday, so we'll hear a bit about that Lyman game that, of course, went Mountain View's way in a big fashion, but he had a little bit to say about Big Piney as well. So we'll get that when we come back.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
We hope you're enjoying this MyLocalRadio.com exclusive broadcast of Bridger Valley Sports. We love being able to travel around the state to bring the action on the field or court back to you watching at home. Let's face it, doing all of this would not be possible without all of our great sponsors. We appreciate the support the following businesses and individuals show to both Mountain View and Lyman Sports. Dr. McKay Frankham, quality dental care at affordable prices. Westar Printing in Evanston. No matter what you want printed, Westar is where you want it done. Reese Auto Service. From lawnmowers and snowblowers to cars, trucks, and semis, Reese Auto Service in Lyman does it all. Trona Valley Credit Union, member NCUA. Wyoming Dental Specialties. Make an appointment with specialist Dr. Vuig or Stosich by calling the Evanston office at Bear River Dental. Plains Tire in Evanston, Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer. Thank you to all of our Bridger Valley sports sponsors.
Dustin Reese with me. You got 2 more games to finish out the season. Let's start with Lyman. How about it? That's the first game in order. Big game, you get a win, you're number 1 team in the Southwest Conference, and that's really the biggest thing of this week is securing that seed. You talked about it. You want that top seeding. Gives you the best path to state. How are your kids doing after the last week and getting ready for the final week of the season?
Yeah, I think hopefully we'll be as healthy as we've been. We've been battling the flu, and hopefully we'll have Luke Branson back for the Lyman game and the Big Piney game. And we know that we need to win one of these games, which will give us Lovell as the first-round game. We don't know a ton about Lovell, but obviously we'd like to go in the number 1 seed. That'll also put us on Lander's side, unless Lander ends up upsetting Moreland. So really, who knows where we'll end up. We just need to make sure we are playing our brand of basketball and playing good basketball regardless of what happens at the end of the weekend.
After the first-round game, it doesn't really seem to matter too much in seeding because I was looking at that Lander and Warland. I can't say with any surety who's going to win that game the second time around, and they're both very tough competitors.
Yeah, if you're going to be in a regional championship, you're going to have to beat one of them, and I don't know that it matters which one. We played both. We had leads on both, and so we'll see. Hopefully we get to a semifinal match. Right now we need to worry about Lyman, Big Piney, and then hopefully Lovell in that order.
Well, with Lyman last time, it was a slower first half for you that you got your offense working in the second half. Is that partially rivalry attributed, or was it just your team not maybe being healthy? What the heck was going on that first half that you righted in the second?
Well, I think that's Coach Lewick. He's gonna come up with something. He's never, in the 3 years I've coached against him with boys, he's never played us straight up. So he'll have a box and 1 or a triangle and 2 or some junk defense just to try to slow us down, I think, and to get us out of rhythm. He did that. I think we kind of finally figured it out, in the third quarter over there the first time, and we've been preparing for it. So we'll see. Hopefully if we're in rhythm, we'll be fine, but we know that he's going to do anything he can to get us out of rhythm.
Against Big Piney, you play a team that's very efficient, and it's got to be a challenge as a coach playing a team that is as disciplined as that senior group.
Yeah, I think Big Piney's as good as it is. I think they have great guards. They have great posts. They shoot it well. They feed the post on the inside. They're really a complete package. And I think our matchups with them are pretty much the same. I think we have good guards. We have good inside play. We do a lot of things the same, and so it really should be a great game on Friday night.
After that, you close out for the season, but you don't have to go too far. Regionals being 6 miles away has got to be a benefit for you guys. You don't have to pay for any hotel rooms. You don't have to pay for extra meals, and you don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah, I think it's a huge advantage for both Mountain View and Lyman. You know, our kids can sleep in their own beds, and we can really just kind of keep things straight. We don't have to go sit in a gym all day finding something to do. Our kids can stay in school or they can go home. So I think it's definitely an advantage for both Mountain View and Lyman with them hosting. And we played on that floor a lot, and I think we play well in that gym. And so hopefully it's to our advantage in a couple weeks.
All right, Coach Reese, thank you.
Thanks, Jake.
Out of the half, it just started. 20 seconds in, Haley Stevens comes away with a steal and a layup. She's got 10 points in the game and is 26-15 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Mountain View on top of Big Piney. Still looking for a Dr. McKay Franken precision play of the game, but that's a good candidate right there with that steal layup combo by Haley Stevens. Ball thrown out of bounds by Big Piney, and as thrown or kind of bobbled out of bounds more so. Second half, Mountain View moving from left to right in the white home jerseys. Stevens takes a screen from Dellinger. Passes to Casey Bugas. She'll get it back from sister Emily. Drive in. And ball is topped as she goes up for the shot. Foul called on Casty Espenscheid. It's her third. And Casey Bugas back to the free throw line. We determined back in the first half, Casey is a 46% free throw shooter coming into the day. 17 of 37. Well, that's coming into the week, and I'm not sure if I have the stats from yesterday handy with me right now. I think I might. She shot pretty well from the free throw line yesterday, a perfect 6 of 6. So going 1 of 2 here. Trying to right the ship for Casey. It's 27-15 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Steal away again. Casey Bugas comes away with it up far sideline, stolen from Espenscheid. She'll turn around, give it to Stevens. Drive in, big jump stop, and a 6-foot jumper. Good by Haley Stevens. 12 points for Haley. 29-15, and Mountain View coming out with a fury so far in this quarter. After Big Piney played them pretty close in the first and stayed close in the second. Sombrano with the basketball on the left wing. Looks down low, then goes back up top to Jacoby Hibbard. Then to Shelby Hatch, screen, and she'll roll around to the left side. Give it to Nelson. Espenscheid open for 3 on the left corner. Runs into Dellinger, and Bugas tied it up. Emily Bugas with the jump ball, forcing possession arrow Mountain View's way. Give it back to the Buffs. Have the boys game coming up after this. It's number 1 versus number 2 in the Southwest. Those seedings are secured. Mountain View is the number 1, regardless of what happens tonight, by way of a tiebreaker where Big Piney lost to Buffalo in the preseason. Mountain View defeated Buffalo in the preseason. Haley Stevens gives it to Emily Bugas at the top of the key, over to the right side. Casey has it to Dellinger at the elbow. Look around, give it to Emily. She'll drive it to the free throw line. Out to Casey. 3-ball dropped in at the wing. Well, Casey struggled a little bit at the free throw line today, but she gets a triple to go, and it's 35-15 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. I believe Big Piney finished with 19 points in yesterday's varsity game against Pinedale in that loss. I think it was 40-19 the final on that. Double check on that here in a second. A defensive foul against Casey Bugas. She ran over Hibbert there. First foul on Casey. First foul of the half as well for Mountain View. So Shelby Hatch inbounds, goes to the free throw line as Jacoby Hibbert turns around, off to Espenscheid, then back to Hatch. She'll stop at the free throw line, give out to the left wing. Sombrano drives in, free throw line, 15-foot jumper, no good. Dellinger with the rebound for Mountain View, moving from left to right in half number 2. Long pass by Haley Stevens is taken away by Sombrano. She tried to laser it right through to Sadie Mitchell. No dice there. There's a defender right in front of her in Zambrano. Hatch on the right wing to the left side. It's Nelson with the basketball over to the corner. Espenscheid shot fakes, drives into the paint. Back to Hibbert. Over to the right corner. And back up top. 32-15 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. It was 43-19 yesterday, the final. Pinedale defeating Big Piney 32-15 right now. Missed shot on Big Piney's side, and Casey Bugus with the basketball. Finds a wide open Sadie Mitchell for the bucket. 6 points and a timeout taken by Coach Espenscheid and Big Piney. On the wrong side so far. They have not scored in this third quarter. Mountain View has put up 8 points in quick fashion. 4:34 left in the third period. 32-15 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. And this is a First Bank presentation of Mountain View basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
34-15 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. I said 8 points. It's 10, I believe. 10 points that Mountain View has put up in quick fashion in the first 3 minutes and 26 seconds of the third period. All of them unanswered. Big Piney looking for its first points. Has the possession, and we have in for the first time today Hannah Hansen for Big Piney. Shelby Hatch takes the ball across and gives it off left wing to Sombrano. A big screen there from Kiter. And Hatch takes it, roll down into the paint as Hansen looking for it. She gets the basketball and immediately fouled, probably by Dellinger from behind. May have been someone from the front. It's 1-0. It's Kylie Dellinger, with the foul. Second foul for Kylie and second of the half for Mountain View. Baseline inbound. Hatch throws up high, gives it to Sombrano. Over to the right wing, Jacoby Hibbert with it. She'll drive to the free throw line. Dellinger got a poke at it, comes away with the steal. Up in front of the defense, layup on the right side, in. Dellinger up into double digits as well. She's got 10 points in the game. 4 minutes left, so we're halfway through the third period here, and Mountain View continues to roll. 12-0 run in the third period. Hibbert to the left elbow, out to the corner. It's Hatch with the basketball. Takes the screen from Kiter and then gives off to Hansen on the right side. Sombrano stopped, and then a moving screen called. Or a travel. No, it is a moving screen, and it's against Hansen. So I thought it was close to a foul by close to a travel by Sombrano, and that's what I expected when the whistle came in. But just 2 steps in front of her, Hansen was setting a screen and shuffled her feet as she did so. So foul number 2 of the half for Big Piney. And Mountain View basketball. Jada Kennison comes into the game, as does Emma Murray and Katie Georges, Kendall Herford. And is that Hallie Porter? Hold on a second. Got 21 in the game. That might be Porter. Turnaround shot by Herford. She misses short. And no putback attempt. The ball goes out of bounds on Mountain View. There's no 21 in the roster, but I believe last time that was Hallie Porter, freshman, for this Mountain View squad. On the Big Piney side, Hibbert tosses it out of bounds. Last touch by Georgia, so Mountain View retains possession. 36-15 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. A 12-0 run in the third period by Mountain View. Espenscheid into the blocks. Turns around, gives it to Sombrano. Long, exaggerated pivot foot drag. Gives it off to Hibbert. Then to the corner. Espenscheid open for 3. Fires. Misses everything on it. Sombrano on the rebound. Put back. Hits the right side of the backboard. Into the hands of Big Piney. The shot. Hoop in the harm with the bucket. Sierra Kiter with the basket. Ends the scoring drought for Big Piney in the second half with 2:58 left. Puts her at the line for 1 free throw as well. That's one foul. One foul on Emma Murray. Everyone getting, half the team for Mountain View out on the court right now, getting their first minutes of the game. The other half getting their second run. And Georges and Kennison. Free throw good. 36-18 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Coach Moretti telling her team to calm down on the court right now. They're up by 18. Final day of the regular season. A Mountain View win means they are number 1. Elbow shot up by Kennison and good. Jada with her first bucket. 38-18, and the lead has ballooned up to 20 points over Big Piney. Again, they lost 43-19 yesterday to Pinedale. 3 dropped in by Cassidy Espenscheid. She's got 10 in the game for just under 50% of Big Piney's offense. Out to the left corner. Stop and pop by Georges. Fouled in the process of shooting. And she's to the free throw line. 38-21 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Mountain View over Big Piney. 2:16 left in the quarter. Katie Georges misses on the first free throw. Foul number 4 on Cassidy Espenscheid. She leads the way. Just mentioned after hitting that 3, she's got 10 points in the game. Georges goes 1 of 2 from the line, but never mind. It's taken away. A lane entry by someone for Mountain View. Well, no, hold on. The score goes on. Well, maybe it went out of bounds after that. I was looking down for just a second. So the shot does count by Georges. Steal for Mountain View. Georges comes away with the basketball. Gives off to Kennison. She turns around at the elbow. Murray to Herford. Step in. Shot from 16 feet. Nothing but net. First bucket for Kendall Herford. And we're back to a 20-point differential. 41-21. Espenscheid on the right block. Turnaround shot misses short. 4-footer no good. And Katie Georges with the basketball. A tough and hard-earned rebound there. Up ahead to Kennison. 1:43 left in period number 3. Over the hands of Porter there on the pass into the blocks, and it stays with Mountain View. Must have gone off the hands of Hibbert. No argument from her, so must have just got her from the backside. Murray to Georges, steps into a 3-ball from the right corner. It's in. Yeah, Katie Georges on the board with 4 points in the game. All those coming in the last minute and a half, of course. 44-21. The score. Espenscheid drives baseline against Georges, draws a block foul. Was before the shot, so it's on the ground. First foul on Katie Georges. 1:24 left in the third period. Baseline inbound, Espenscheid to the right elbow, finds Hatch, then to Hibbert on the left wing. Out to the corner, Espenscheid takes a screen. Hansen rolls down after supplying that screen, then they swing around to the right side. Hatch gets a screen from Kiter. Throws back and looking to pass. Instead, it's just taken away by Emma Murray. She ripped the ball out of the air. 1:05 left. Murray turns around on the far sideline, gives off to Kennison. She'll race in. Free throw line shot, misses off to the right. Murray trying to come in from behind and grab the rebound. Kiter had it, and last touch by Murray. 58 seconds left in the third period. Espenscheid takes the inbound from Hansen. Katie Georges stays in the backcourt. Throw across to Hatch, guarded by Murray. Takes a quick first step on the left side, and a foul drawn on the ground. Hallie Porter with her first. 6:40 p.m., so we are certainly behind schedule here today. Senior night, as you might expect, slows things down, and I think that 15-minute clock started moving at about 7:20, maybe 7:22, and then, of course, they stopped it at 5 minutes for the senior night. Had an extra long introduction for the players, and so we're a little behind tonight. Kennison looks down low. Turnaround shot, Porter. And a throw down low is our shot up. Hits the bottom of the backboard, but Porter is, or Murray rather, is fouled and headed to the line. Misses her first. Second shot in. 45-21 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. 1 of 2 trip by Murray. And a new player in. Got to get that number marked down for Big Piney. First time we've seen her in the 2 games that we've done. Sierra Hatch has it off to Kiter, and it's Becky Comer. Get a pronunciation on that in just a second. 9 seconds left. Hatch, leaves Murray right in the dust and draws a foul as well. 2 shots upcoming for Hansen. First free throw goes in, 45-22. Second shot by Hatch is too long. Rebounded with 5 seconds left by Porter. Georges on the run. Across the timeline, and a two-handed running shot off the 15-foot elbow is no good. 45-22 at the end of 3 quarters on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. This is a First Bank presentation of Mountain View basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
When you're looking for one location that is centrally located in Wyoming to host a business meeting or corporate retreat, always consider the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper first. With meeting rooms and amenities that everyone can enjoy at the Come On In is the best place to host events. The rustic decor, fireplaces, jacuzzis, pool, and large indoor atrium will make your event memorable. Call today and find out the ways we can help make your event a success. Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper. Call 307-472-6300.
An infected tooth can cause discomfort and serious harm to your health. At Wyoming Dental Specialties, endodontist Dr. Leslie Walker understands the complexities removing infected tissues from inside the tooth, which is one reason why you can trust him to provide endodontic treatment and root canal therapy. With a skilled staff and state-of-the-art technology in our office, we help save your smile and improve your overall dental health. Call today to schedule your appointment, 307-789-5608.
Back here in quarter number 4, 45-22. Sombrano out of the break is good from 15 feet. Quick first score by Big Piney in quarter number 4. And got the pronunciation of that one. It is Becky Kummerer for Big Piney. And she's number 4 and did not see her at all against Lyman. Digging a little bit deeper into the bench, and it is the last day of the regular season, and she is a senior. Bailey Henstra with a turnaround shot. First bucket of the day for Bailey. 47-24 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Not even a minute, just about 40 seconds in, and another shot up and in by Sombrano. Well, where's this been all her life? 8 points for Sombrano, and she looks like she could hit free throw line jumpers all day long. 47-26 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Haley Stevens on the left corner. Looking for options, dribbles, throw up high and across to Bugas. Down low looking for Henstra. Can't handle it, but Casey Bugas steals the ball away from Hatch, who was taking it away from Henstra. Stays with Mountain View. Skip to the left. Mitchell open on the corner, grabs it. Dribbles once and a bounce pass to Haley Stevens. Over to the right wing, Casey Bugas with the basketball. Backing up in a 21-point lead for Mountain View. Invite you to join in about 45, well, probably less than that, probably about 20 minutes from now for the boys contest. Next 15 to 20 minutes, that game should be at least getting pregame warmed up. We'll have a Sawyer's Disaster Cleanup and Construction pregame show. We'll hear from head coach of Big Piney, Nate Strong, for that. Saw his team last week. Bailey Henstra at the free throw line hit her first one. It came away victorious. Big Piney did over Lyman. That secured them into the number 2 spot, and Mountain View is locked in at number 1. Big Piney at number 2, and after Pinedale defeated Big Piney yesterday, the other way around. Big Piney defeated Pinedale. I'm pretty sure now Lyman locked into number 3 and Big Piney at number 2 and Pinedale at number 4. Lyman and Pinedale are playing as we speak. There is no coverage of that game on the free video coverage. SVI was not able to make it there tonight. 49-26 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Mountain View basketball moving from left to right. Casey Bugas with it. Drives in, jump stop in the paint. Oh, hits the deck hard. Jump ball called as she was topped by Nelson. And that gives it back to Big Piney. 47-26 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. And they changed that jump ball to be in the possession of Mountain View. That's what the scorers table looks like they had. Dellinger throws up high to Henstra, then tosses back to Casey Bugas, just a step and a half behind her. 5:48 left. Stop and pop shot from the elbow by Mitchell. She's fouled in the process. It was either on Kummerer or Hatch. It's on Becky Kummerer. First free throw, good by Mitchell. Sadie with a good game so far, 7 points in the game. On the season, she averages 5.4, leading the team in rebound, tied with Bailey Hanstra. They're both at, I think, 105 rebounds on the season. That equates out to 5.4 per game. Mitchell misses her second and rebounded by Big Piney. 50-26 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Hatch turns around, gives it to Hibbert. Then to Kummerer, back to Nelson. Over on the right wing, a weave around. Hibbert has it at the top of the key, one dribble, and then back to Hatch. Screen to the right side. Bugas rolls right over the screen, and it's called a foul on Casey. Jacoby Hibbert, slow getting back up. Looked like she may have bit her lip on that play. 5:19 left in the fourth period. Hannah Hansen waiting to check in, but she's coming in for a shooter perhaps, or something or other. It was the second foul on Casey Bugas. Maybe she'll be allowed to come in after this first shot. It's single bonus. So Hibbert makes her first, and she must be coming in for a shooter. Hansen looking to sub in for Hibbert. Misses the second free throw. Maddie Lufer into the game. For Mountain View, Casey Bugas with the basketball at the top of the key. 5:05 left in the fourth period, and a 23-point lead for Mountain View. Mitchell jump stops at the top of the key, looks around to Stevens, throws down into the block. Emily just holds on to it. Bugas tosses up to Casey Bugas on the right wing. 4:54, Mitchell takes it on the left wing. Goes to the free throw line, opens up Casey on the corner. Jump shot for three, no good. Rebound, one hop, into the hands of Bugas at the free throw line. Outside to Emily Bugas. To Stevens, elbow shot is up and in. Haley has 14 in the game, and a 25-point lead for Mountain View. 4.5 minutes to go. Big Piney shot up in the lane, no good. That was a point-blank shot by Nelson. She was right under the hoop and had a bad angle for it. Casey Bugas with the basketball, dribbling at 4:17 left. Shot up and missed. Lufer on the rebound. Put back, no good. Gets her own board and misses that one. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Maddie. 4:05 left in the fourth period. Sadie Mitchell's out, as is Casey Bugas. Jada Kennison and Katie Georges back in. Cassidy Espenscheid checks in for Becky Kummerer with 4 fouls. Shelby Hatch takes the inbound for Big Piney. We're halfway through the final period of play. 4 minutes to go. 52-27 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Mountain View looking to secure, well in position to do that #1 seed in next week's regionals. That will be Thursday. Air ball shot on the Big Piney side goes into the hands of Haley Stevens for the rebound. Bounces it to Kennison, then out to Georges. Tries a three, misses long. Goes off the backboard and caroms right into the hands of Nelson. Big Piney trying to run with it. Espenscheid misses her shot on the right side. No good, and Katie Georges picks it up. Georges starts to run on the left sideline, then turns around, gives off to Stevens. 3:22 left, 27 points for Big Piney, 52 for Mountain View. Lufer on the left block to Stevens. She's in the paint. Turnaround shot, rolls over the front of the rim and in. 16, right at her season average. Just above, actually. She averages 14.8, average between 17 and where she's at now, points per game on the season. Espenscheid, a 15-foot jumper, misses off to the left, untouched. Well, the referees have a conference, and I think there was a touch ruled by Mountain View. No, timeout ruled by Big Piney, rather. 3:01 left in period number 4, 54-27 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board, and this is a First Bank presentation of Mountain View basketball on MyLocalRadio.com and on the radio at KNYN 99.1 FM.
If you want your truck to really catch the eye, have the professionals at Plains Tire in Evanston install a custom lift kit with new tires and wheels. We've got a huge selection to choose from, so no matter what your style is, we've got the tires and wheels to make you smile. The way your truck looks reflects on you. Get the reflection you want with a lift kit, new tires, and wheels from Plains Tire in Evanston, the tire professionals. 157 Bear River Drive. Stop in today.
Out of the break, it's 54-27 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. 3:01 left in the fourth period. Jada Kennison with the basketball for Mountain View. Throws it to Georges, then to Emily Bugas. Back up top to Kennison. Looks to Haley Stevens at the free throw line. Step in, pass outside. Georges misses. Wild shot by Stevens. Under the hoop. Stevens comes away with another rebound. Passes out to Kennison, just controlled by the freshman. She'll throw up an elbow shot, no good. Stevens another board. And this time the glass is kind and Haley converts. 18 in the game for Haley Stevens. 2:30 left in the contest. Mountain View leads by 29 points. 56-27 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Hansen to Sombrano on the left wing. Gives it to Espenscheid at the top of the key. Then to Hatch on the right wing. 2:12 left. Nelson has the basketball guarded by Kennison. Throws it left side to Sombrano. She had hit a couple of back-to-back shots at the free throw line in the fourth quarter. Espenscheid, glass, no good. Georges with the rebound and fouled. Foul number 7 for Big Piney. That sends Katie Georges to the stripe for single bonus. 1-1. 121 seconds to go. Sadie Mitchell checks out, as does Haley Stevens. 2 seniors on the team getting hugs. You can see in the view there from their teammates, as that's it for them most likely on their home court at Mountain View. They won't be far from here Thursday, Friday, and Saturday if they make it through to there at Lyman High School for regionals next week. Free throw made by Georges. And it's back to Big Piney. 58-27 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Oh my goodness, did it. First time today. First time all week. Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. 31-point lead for Mountain View. Sombrano has it at the top of the keys. Kennison stabs at the basketball. Sombrano was keeping it a little low. Held onto it, tossed off, and now it's in the hands on the left wing of Hatch. Out to Sombrano, back on the right wing. Bounce pass to Hatch. Back to Nelson, then Hatch drives in. 13-foot floater with the right hand. Oh, nearly went, but not quite. Kennison took the deflected rebound in her hands. Down to 1:10 left. Boys coming up shortly after this. 1:07 left in this contest. Then they'll put the pregame music on, have the clock run down. We'll take a little bit of a break between these games. Give out the Dr. McKay Franklin precision play of the game. This shot by Georges. Up ahead, Sombrano. Long 2 on the wing is no good. Porter takes the board. Kennison with the basketball. 45 seconds left. Hear from Nate Strong in that pregame, head coach of Big Piney Punchers. His team, one of those really 5 teams battling for 4 positions. And yeah, I'm still putting Lyman in that conversation. They have certainly played a lot of teams close. 1 and 2 seeds in some order will be from the Northwest. Warland and Lander, they're playing each other tonight. And Mountain View, the number 1 from the Southwest. Hallie Porter hits on a putback shot, makes it 60-27. Number 2 from the West, from the Southwest is Big Piney, then 3 Lyman for Pinedale. Hatch to Hansen, 2 seconds left. Hatch throws it up at the buzzer, misses. 60-27. Mountain View outscores their opponent in the second half. Let's see, 46-12. Yeah, that's right. 36. 36-12, the final. That second half scoring. It's quite the output in the third and fourth quarters for Mountain View. Really turned it on and came away with that 60-27 victory over Big Piney. We'll take a break now. Look forward to the boys' game when we return on a First Bank presentation of Mountain View basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
When you're looking for one location that is centrally located in Wyoming to host a business meeting or corporate retreat, always consider the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper first. With meeting rooms and amenities that everyone can enjoy at the Come On In is the best place to host events. The rustic decor, fireplaces, jacuzzis, pool, and large indoor atrium will make your event memorable. Call today and find out the ways we can help make your event a success. Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper. Call 307-472-6300.
An infected tooth can cause discomfort and serious harm to your health. At Wyoming Dental Specialties, endodontist Dr. Leslie Walker understands the complexities removing infected tissues from inside the tooth, which is one reason why you can trust him to provide endodontic treatment and root canal therapy. With a skilled staff and state-of-the-art technology in our office, we help save your smile and improve your overall dental health. Call today to schedule your appointment, 307-789-5608.
Meet the service and parts department staff at Auto Farm Chevrolet. We work on almost every type of vehicle, foreign and domestic. We also sell parts and accessories for almost all makes and models. Our staff is friendly and well-trained, and we are here to serve you. Open Monday through Friday beginning at 7:30 a.m., we invite you to Auto Farm Chevrolet for all your parts and for all your service needs. 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a community-driven dealer.
Let's hand out the Dr. McKay Franco Precision Play of the Game for Mountain View. Let's hand out to the seniors, Haley Stevens and Sadie Mitchell. Stevens with 16 points, 18 points in the game, and Mitchell finishes with 7 in the contest. You know, just 2 seniors on the team combining for 25 of the 60, leading the way all year long and deserving that Dr. McKay Franco Precision Play of the Game. I liked some of Mitchell's work early on in that first half. She had a putback shot that was good in that second quarter, gave her the field goal. And for Haley, we'll hand it off to that steal layup transition bucket. Kylie Dellinger right there as well as a candidate. She finished with 10 points. Emily Bugas goes scoreless in the game. Bailey Henstra has 4. Casey Bugas finishes with 7 points in the game, 2 by Jada Kennison. 6 points by Katie Georges, 2 by Kendall Herford, and 2 by Hallie Porter. For Big Piney, Cassidy Espenscheid leads the way with 10 points. 3 by Jacoby Hibbert, 2 from Shelby Hatch, 8 by Zavia Sombrano, getting the start today. Hannah Hansen with 1, 3 by Sierra Kiter. That's the total for Mountain View and Big Piney. Really the difference in that game. In that third quarter, Mountain View scored 20, Big Piney got 7. And then just 5 points in the fourth quarter for Big Piney. Mountain View got another 15. Now let's head into that Sawyer's Disaster Cleanup and Construction pregame show for the boys game. It'll be a shorter one, of course. Just 8 minutes left on the clock before we get things started off here on the board. They're moving things quickly along. We can't complain about that. We're already at 7 p.m. Well, for Big Piney, they're the most efficient team in 3A. We've mentioned it. They're shooting 40% from 3 and a combined 49% from the floor. Their high percentages come from discipline and only Wheatland averages more three-pointers put up per game, but only Lyman hits more. So they're shooting the second fewest. I said more. Only Wheatland puts up less three-pointers per game. So they're shooting Big Piney as the second fewest three-pointers per game, but they're making the second most behind only Lyman. Ari Espenscheid and Brian Pluid lead the usual suspects to drain them from outside, and Ari Espenscheid, good three-point shooter. Brian Pluid, though, you also have to watch him slashing in and around the hoop as well. He can make athletic shots in the air. Both of them shoot from about 40% from distance. Can't forget about Hadley Sims down low, though, and he also is not a bad three-point shooter as well. He's the leading shot blocker and rebounder in the Western Conference and averages a double-double, just under that at 9.9 rebounds per contest. As you take a look at that, the stat leaders, Brian Pluid, 17.2 points per game. Hadley Sims, 9.9 rebounds per game. On Mountain View's side, of course, it's their senior night, and Mountain View is your #1 team in the Southwest Conference after yesterday's win over Lyman. The first time these teams played, it was close for a half, but the last time these two teams played, being Lyman and Mountain View, it was close for a half, but last night it was really a rout from the beginning. Lyman ran a box and one on Braden Walk, something maybe we'll see from Big Piney today again. Maybe not. Lander ran that as well against Braden Walk, but it did not work if they're looking to use that not last night. Ashton Schofield and Kimball Matson hit shots throughout and negated the effect of that defense. So coming into tonight, how does Mountain View come out against number 2, having already secured number 1? The Buffs picked apart Big Piney in Sublette County on January 25th, 69-53 the final in that, but these coaches and players both respect the heck out of their opponent, Big Piney, tonight. They know they're an efficient offense and know that they can't overlook them. Otherwise, they'll be upset on their home court in the final game of the regular season. They'll go into looking as well to enter the region tournament with a little bit of momentum. Just don't count out those efficient punchers. Now let's head on, as that was your first look brought to you by Bradshaw's Glass Towing and Fitness, to a pregame interview with Coach Nate Strong for Big Piney. He was able to catch up with him earlier in the week, and we hear from him now.
Nate Strong with me, head coach of the Big Piney Punchers. Last week you took on the Lyman Eagles. Tell me a little bit about that game, as the good side was you were able to secure a top 2 spot at regionals. But as you were telling me a little bit before, maybe not the crispest of games, but easier to deal with when you come away with the victory.
Yeah, I think, like we said after the game, we were joking around. It's a lot easier to complain and critique the game after you win than it is when you lose. You feel a lot better about it. But both the coaches and the kids, I think, felt in both the games. We actually played on Saturday against Powell and ended up winning by 1, that we weren't the sharpest we could be, and that's kind of what we're striving for. Is we like to win, but trying to find games where we're playing at our best on both ends of the court.
You know, we talked about the regional tournament last week, and playing Lyman was as tough of a matchup as you're going to see, because that's a team that is stuck in a bottom 2 seeding in the Southwest region. But they're a pretty talented team, and they're going to be tough. That really just kind of speaks to the strengths of this quadrant and region.
Yeah, I think everybody, there's not a lot of difference from the top to the bottom. You know, like Warland and Lander really good, but I think really everybody on any given night last year, I think Lander played Lyman, and Lyman ended, they were within 1 point and a couple of minutes to go in the fourth quarter. It was kind of the same type of deal. So there's just not a lot of difference between a 4 and a 1. I don't think any given night with high school kids in particular, anything can happen. So just got to show up ready to play.
You close out this season against Mountain View, a team that you played a little bit earlier in the season. What do you have to be prepared for as you go into their home court this time?
I think just the physicality that they bring, just making sure we play with a lot of intensity. Not try to match their intensity, but be more intense than them when we play is a big thing for our kids. And again, just trying to play good basketball on both sides of the court, not really worrying as much about the score as we are about playing the right way.
You really do have a veteran bunch, and after being able to see them, I can see what you mentioned about that. We talked about your high shooting percentage, and so much of that depends on the discipline of the guys on the court. How do you rank this group of guys as terms as being disciplined in terms of past players that you've coached?
You know, I think as far as a group, it might be the best group we've had. We're just at we're quite a bit smaller than anybody else at the 3A level. I think there'd be 6 or 7 2A schools that are larger than us right now. So for the size of the school we are, it's as good as any group we've had here in Big Piney, I would say. And, the junior group fits right in with them. We have 10 kids, 5 juniors and 5 seniors that have played a lot of basketball together, and just good basketball players and good kids that want to do things the right way. So it's been really, really fun. Just been a privilege to coach them the last many years.
A lot of, I guess, when I think of coaches in swim, at this point in their season, a lot of them start to taper off the yards that they're running. In basketball, you've been practicing since before Christmas, since Thanksgiving, basically. At this point, they know what they're doing. Do you kind of start to taper off the intensity of practices?
I wouldn't say the intensity at all. In fact, I think the opposite. Maybe the time, but the intensity goes up. So there's maybe a little bit less time, but higher intensity practices. And we do I think another thing with our shooting, we always try to spend about half our practices on fundamentals, shooting, passing, dribbling. And I think that's a thing that, you need to continue to do this time of the year to get kids to get in a rhythm, is just to continue to feel the ball coming off your hands the right way and seeing it go in. So yeah, we shorten our practices a little bit, but I think we try to be in spots, at least more intense, if anything, not less intense, trying to get them ready for those big games.
Well, you've certainly got them coming, starting with this final week of the regular season. So, Coach Strong with Big Piney, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Chase Sawyer with Sawyer Disaster Cleanup and Construction. In addition to our cleanup and restoration services, we also offer new construction and remodeling. We can help with a newer kitchen, bathroom, a garage, deck, or a new addition to your home. We provide accurate, itemized estimates with no hidden fees or extra charges, and we complete each job to 100% of your satisfaction. Call us today at 307-741-7000. Sawyer Disaster Cleanup and Construction.
When you have any mechanical problems, always think of Reese Auto Service in Lyman first. Doug and the mechanics at Reese Auto Service work on everything from your lawnmower and snowblower to cars, trucks, farm and ranch equipment, and semis. You can also get tires for anything you need at Reese Auto Service. Always visit Reese first. You'll get great pricing and quality-friendly service. Reese Auto Service, 541 Highway 413, Lyman.
Bye-bye. Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably going to turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right?
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
We hope you're enjoying this MyLocalRadio.com exclusive broadcast of Bridger Valley Sports. We love being able to travel around the state to bring the action on the field or court back to you watching at home. Let's face it, doing all of this would not be possible without all of our great sponsors. We appreciate the support the following businesses and individuals show to both Mountain View and Lyman Sports. Bradshaw's Glass Towing and Fitness. Whatever it is you need, Bradshaw's can probably help. The Come On In of Casper. When it comes time to cheer on your Buffs or Eagles at state, the Come On In is your best bet for a great night's stay. Auto Farm Chevrolet in Evanston. General Manager Dennis Lynch invites you to come and experience a community-driven dealership. Evanston Regional Hospital. Quality health care close to home. Bridger Valley Motor. Got a check engine light blinking? Don't guess at what the problem is. Take it to Slim at Bridger Valley Motor in Lyman. And achieve sports medicine and physical therapy. No excuses, just results. Thank you to all of our Bridger Valley sports sponsors.
Buying or selling is a simple process if you're working with the right real estate agent. This is Bobby Dalzall, broker with Big Country Properties. We have agents serving both Lincoln and Uintah counties that can assist you with all of your real estate needs. We are the top listing and selling brokerage in the Bridger Valley and strive to be honest, hardworking, and thorough. Whether buying or selling, we make it happen. Call us today at Big Country Properties, 307-782-3556.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Franklin. Something I've really enjoyed as a dentist over the past 20 years are the lasting friendships that I've formed with many of my patients. My staff is really great, and we try hard to make sure that every patient feels a warm welcome. It doesn't matter if it's your first visit or if you've been with us for years. Every patient is welcome and always appreciated. Our goal is to provide the best dental care possible at reasonable rates. Please call us today to schedule your appointment at 307-789-8910.
Go Red Devils!
With MyLocalRadio.com, you get to stay up to date with Lyman and Mountain View sports by watching all of the games live in the convenience of your own home. Now you get to keep up with your coaches, athletes, and teachers throughout the week with the Bridger Valley Coaches Corner. Weekdays during the school year, the Bridger Valley Coaches Corner will run on KNYN 99.1 FM at 3 p.m. and keep you up to date with the most interesting storylines from Lyman and Mountain View in football, volleyball, basketball, swimming, running, golf, and more. We'll also check in with different students and teachers from the two schools throughout the year. 3 p.m. Monday through Friday on KNYN 99.1 FM is the Bridger Valley Coaches Show presented by MyLocalRadio.com. Stay connected.
Because of you, I felt hopeless.
I know it was a joke, but it still hurt me.
Because of you, I felt wanted and not alone in this world.
Because you said hi to me on the first day of school, I felt included, and I knew that I was going to be okay.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
Back here at Mountain View High School, final day of the regular season, and we are closing in on the final game of the regular season. The girls have finished. They won 60 to 27 over Big Piney on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. And now the boys' turn. Last time they played, it was 69-53, Mountain View beating Big Piney. Big Piney is the number 2 out of the Southwest, Mountain View number 1. Both of them sitting with very similar conference records. Sitting at 4-1 is Big Piney, 5-0 for Mountain View. And take a look at that. Mountain View does hold the tiebreakers, so they are number 1 regardless of what happens tonight. But both teams looking for win number 16 of the season, sitting at 15-5 each. In the top 5, no votes. I voted Big Piney in my top 5 this week. I was very impressed by what I saw from them last week. I think I put them number 5. They got a couple, but Buffalo is your number 5 team. Wheatland, the number 4. Then Mountain View jumps up to number 3 this week. Lander at 2. And Worland, the only undefeated team left in Wyoming, is number 1, getting the unanimous 14 votes in that WyoPreps.com coaches and media poll. Starters for Big Piney, Ari Espenscheid, a senior. It's all seniors for Big Piney. Colby Bradley wears number 10. Ari Espenscheid wears number 3. Tegan Elliott, high flying, had a fantastic dunk last Friday in the contest against Lyman. He wears number 20. Brian Pluitt is a number 11 and also a senior. And Hadley Sims, number 13, a senior as well. For the Mountain View Buffs, let's see what we have for the starters today. It looks like we've got the same starters. I didn't know if we'd have any sort of senior night change of cast and crew, but it looks like it's the same 5 out there. 5'10" point guard, a senior wearing number 2, Braden Walk at the off guard position. Kimball Matson's been a defensive stopper all year long, but contributed 13 points yesterday in way to a run over Lyman. Also having that same amount of points was Ashton Schofield. He is a 6-foot junior on the wing as well. Kimball Matson wears number 4, Ashton Schofield number 5. In the post, Hunter Meeks is a junior, 6'3", Hunter Meeks. Brigham Blue Mel, 6'4" senior, wears number 10. Those are your starting lineups, brought to you by Blacks Fork Timber, and it's time for the first quarter. Brought to you by Bridger Valley Motor. When you're stuck on the side of the road, there's only one number to call. It's 307-780-3280. Glade Erickson is there 24/7 to pick you up when you need a tow. That's Bridger Valley Motor bringing you first quarter action. Again, those starting lineups brought to you by Blacks Fork Timber. Hadley Sims should tip at center court, and we would anticipate to see Brigham Blue Mel tip for Mountain View as he has done all season long as well. This starting 5 has been altered only slightly since the beginning of the season. These 4 have started every game. Luke Branson started at the beginning of the season in the 5, and then the 6th man was Ashton Schofield. Luke had to miss a weekend during I think it was January 11th. He had to miss that day. Day 2 of the Pinedale Winter Classic. Ashton slid into the starting spot, and he's started there ever since. Luke Branson, though, probably has been more effective as a scorer coming off the bench. It gives that team quite a charge offensively coming out of the break. Opening tip won by Mountain View. Brigham Blue Mel won it. Braden Walk has it, being double teamed out at the top. Throw over left side. Kimball Matson with the basketball, and Hunter Meeks working down low to Blue Mel. Outside to Ashton Schofield. Braden Walk at the top of the key. He's got Colby Bradley hanging around on him. High post pass, then dish out left side, corner 3, up and in by Hunter Meeks. Hunter Meeks didn't score yesterday, and I kind of didn't notice that until the end of the game. had a solid contribution outside of that. You don't always have to score to be a positive basketball player, but he gets on the scoreboard quickly here in quarter number 1. Ashton Schofield plays the passing lanes, knocks the ball out of bounds. Hadley Sims inbounds from the far side for Big Piney. Big Piney in the bright red jerseys, black lettering and white numerals. Mountain View, white jerseys, purple piping down the side and purple lettering and numbers. Out on the left wing, it's Ari Espenscheid. Gives it up top to Tegan Elliott. Swing around left side, or to the right side to Bradley. And then back to the left side to Espenscheid. Down low, Brian Pluitt. Takes it on the corner, drive in, Espenscheid out to Pluitt. 3 ball is up and in. First 3 ball by both teams drops in. 3-3 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. We mentioned that close game against Lyman last Friday for Big Piney. They won 60-54. Down low into the blocks, and Pluitt comes away with the steal against Hunter Meeks. Tegan Elliott up ahead to the left corner. Espenscheid fires from 3, misses long. Braden Walk on the rebound. Well, from the three-point line, it was certainly not Big Piney's finest day. We said they shoot 40% on the season. They shot just 27% in that contest. Kimball Matson up to the top of the key. Brigham Blue Mel unguarded out to Waka, right corner 3. Yes! Walk with a triple, and it's 6-3 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Mountain View over Big Piney. Hadley Sims throws it to the near sideline, across the timeline. Bradley to Elliott, over and back. Elliott was not fully over when the pass came in. He didn't have 2 feet established by the time the pass landed. Near sideline inbound to Madsen. Madsen will be throwing in. Braden Walk has to tie his shoe, so Madsen tosses the ball back to the official. All good to go now. Kimball into Braden Walk. 6:05 in the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. That clock in the first quarter brought to you by Bridger Valley Motor. Walk, head fakes down into the lane, goes up for a floating shot, is rejected, picks it up in the air, down to Blue Mel on the right side. No good. Schofield with 1 tip back. Trying to get another, does. Second tip in is in. Nate Strong was wanting an over the back foul, I think, there, and it's 8-3 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Schofield gets the first bucket. Down to the blocks, it's Pluitt looking to toss out. It goes way high to Tegan Elliott. Fakes over to Ari Espenscheid, then hits Espenscheid on the left wing. Back to Elliott, starts to step into a 3, drives into the free throw line, puts up a jumper, no good. Rebounded by Schofield. Blue Mel and Hadley Sims were fighting for it, both of them standing. Blue Mel probably 6'4", Hadley Sims somewhere between 6'4" and 6'6", I would say. Blue Mel at the top of the key, fakes the pass down low, out to Walk, screens for him, tries to open up the senior point guard. Meeks has it on the pass from Walk. Out to the left corner, and a walk called against Ashton Schofield. Turns the basketball over. He'll toss it behind his back in frustration on that play. 5:05 left in the first quarter, brought to you by Bridger Valley Motor. Tegan Elliott with the basketball. Hadley Sims tosses up ahead to Bradley. He's at the free throw line, shoots over Blue Mel, and it's good. 8-5 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Big Piney with their second bucket of the game. Kimball Matson on the left corner to the top of the key. Braden Walk fakes a 3, out to Hunter Meeks, left wing 3, airballs it. Blue Mel saves the basketball into the hands of Ari Espenscheid, though. 4:30 left in the Bridger Valley Motor first quarter. Luke Branson will check in at the next dead ball. Out to the right side, Elliott to Ari Espenscheid. Out left side on the baseline. Pluitt floating shot, rolls just beyond the hoop. Blue Mel on the rebound. Braden Walk with the basketball, taking it from right to left. Crosses over, deep 3 on the wing. It's up, misses short. Ball off the hands of Elliott and back to Bradley. He'll give it off to Tegan. 4 minutes, so halfway through the first quarter, brought to you by Bridger Valley Motor. Throw to Ari Espenscheid. Big Piney trailing Mountain View by 3 points on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Up top, Tegan Elliott out to the left corner. Espenscheid down to the baseline. Pluitt is trapped, works out of it on the left blocks, fakes a shot, bounces it just out to Elliott. Off kilter 3 ball, hits the side of the backboard. Big Piney usually very disciplined on their shot selection. That one a little bit forced. Maybe frustrated early against this top-seeded Mountain View team. Will be number 1 from the Southwest. Wing 3 in by Kimball Matson. Kimball had it going yesterday. And it gets his first 3 ball of the game today. 11-5 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Both Matson and Schofield hit triples that kind of negated that box-and-1 defense employed by Lyman. Missed shot on the Big Piney side goes into the hands of Bradley, so Big Piney holds on to it. Pluitt, jump step, throws it up wildly, and a travel called. He was trying to draw a foul. Instead, it's a turnover. Luke Branson finally checks in at the 3:02 mark, replacing Ashton Schofield. 6-point lead for Mountain View in the first quarter. Big Piney basketball. Oh, excuse me, Mountain View basketball. Brigham Blue Mel at the top of the key. And a moving screen by Braden Walk. Turns it back over. He was opening up Luke Branson, who was about to get the pass and potentially throw up a three from the right corner. First foul on Braden. First foul of the game for Mountain View. 2:51 left in the first period. Tegan Elliott to Hadley Sims in the backcourt. Sims tosses it to Elliott. Then to the left corner. Pluitt double team quickly. Works out of there. Sims turns around on the left side. Throws it up on his right hand. Tip in on the second chance by Caden Raza, who just entered the game. 2:33 left in the first period. 11-7 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Mountain View over Big Piney. Kimball to Brigham at the top of the key. Finds Walk. Walk dribbles in. Step back shot in the lane. Misses. Blue Mel tosses it out of the lane, but into the hands of Brian Pluitt. Tegan Elliott up ahead looking for Raza. Meeks goes tumbling down to the ground to knock that pass away. Sims picks it back up and then loses it right into the hands of Meeks, who was just getting up off the ground. Mountain View leads by 4. 2 minutes left in the Bridger Valley Motor first quarter. Luke Branson baseline drive. Finger roll. Misses short, but he's fouled. Block foul puts him at the line for 2 shots. 1:54 left in the first period. Branson to the free throw line for 2 shots. On the season, a 62% shooter, 21 of 34. Makes his first. 12-7 the score. Mountain View up, 1:54 left. Ari Espenscheid, who was replaced by Caden Raza, moves back to the check-in table. 2-2 trip for Luke Branson makes it 13-7. Mountain View on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. And it's Big Piney basketball. Elliott works through the double team in the backcourt. Finds Pluitt on the right wing. He'll pick it up at the elbow. Out toss out to Ari Espenscheid. Shot up for a 3 at the left corner. No good. And Blue Mel again with the board. Rebound definitely favoring Mountain View here. Braden Walk across the timeline from right to left. 1:30 left in the opening quarter. 90 seconds to go. 5-second clock ticking, so he goes down to Kimball Matson. Then to Meeks in the blocks. He turns around, has his shot rejected by Sims. Tegan Elliott with the basketball for Big Piney. Ari Espenscheid. Back to Elliott. Back to Espenscheid on the right wing. Up top to Tegan. 70 seconds left in the quarter. Pluitt bounce pass to Sims on the left corner outside the three-point line. Espenscheid to the wing, goes to Elliott. Sims works into the post. Out left side, Pluitt fakes a 3. Long 2 instead, no good. Raza with the board. Back to Elliott. Wing 3 is up and misses short. And back into the hands of Elliott. He works into the lane. Tosses outside. Pluitt steps into a left wing 3. High and no good. Rattles out as well. 40 seconds left in the first period, brought to you by Bridger Valley Motor. And Coach Reese calls for Braden to slow things up. 13-7 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Look from Blue Mel down low to Branson. He's knocked out of bounds. Hadley Sims with the rejection. Mentioned Hadley Sims leads the conference in blocks per game. Not a necessarily high margin for anyone there in the block category, but Sims is a rim protector. 0.9 per game. Leading shot blocker is Jaron Mortimer from Thermopolis. He's on the east side, though, so Sims the leader. Brecken Barnes into the game in a 50-50 ball. Barnes got the board but couldn't hold on to it. Back to Big Piney with 17 seconds left. 13-7 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Tegan Elliott playing point. Looks to Sims at the top of the key. 8 seconds left. Out to the right side. It's Pluitt on the corner. Espenscheid calls for it. Steps into a top of the key 3. Misses. Tried to chase his own board. Meeks comes away with it. Long shot. 3/4 court. And misses off to the left. Almost hit Don Cogger, sports editor of the Uinta County Herald. Brigham Blue Mel and Ashton Schofield set to check in as we'll close out the Bridger Valley Motor first quarter and head into the Reese Auto Service second period next. 13-7, Mountain View over Big Piney This is a First Bank presentation of Mountain View basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
When do you schedule doctor appointments?
In bed before I fall asleep.
In the car waiting to pick up my kids.
We can even do it after breakfast.
We all lead busy lives. Online appointment scheduling puts you in control. In just 90 seconds, you can make an appointment with a primary care provider or specialist at evanstonanytime.com. Select the day and time most convenient for you. Enter some basic information, and just like that, you're scheduled for care. Schedule appointments for next day and beyond at evanstonanytime.com.
Brian Pluitt starts the second quarter with the basketball. Welcome to the Reese Auto Service second period. Hadley Sims outside to Elliott. Big Piney ball down by 6. Free throw line jumper. Elliott misses. Schofield comes away with the board for Mountain View. 13 points for Mountain View, scored by way of 5 different players for the Buffs in that first period. 4 starters, and Luke Branson went 2 of 2 from the free throw line as well. Brecken Barnes into the game, as well as Braden Walk, Luke Branson, Brigham Blumell, and Ashton Schofield to start the second period. Mountain View moving from right to left. Blumell at the top of the key, dishes out right side. Branson wide open for 3, takes it, misses short. Rebounded by Caden Raza out to the near side. It's Tegan Elliott. Going from the left to right, 7-12. Toss over to the near left far side. Ari Espenscheid back to Elliott. High up, Raza grabs the ball as it pinned up against the backboard, then back to Pluitt. Hadley Sims tries a wing 3, misses. Blumell on the board. It's between him and Walk pulled off there. Braden Walk calling out the play, then giving up to Brigham Blumell on the left wing. Luke Branson drives. Barnes to the right corner. Ashton Schofield crosses over, baseline drive, turnaround, gives off to Barnes. Loses it, back to Schofield, then to Branson. Finger roll shot up, misses, but a charge turns it around. Hadley Sims drew the charge there. Colby Bradley checking in for Big Piney. Question is for who? Looks like Tegan Elliott out of the game. 6:37 left in the Reese Auto Service second period. Any engine, large or small, Reese is there for you. Call 747-6450. Cam Thomas will check in at the next dead ball. He just moves into the scores table for Big Piney as well. They've got a lot of size on the court right now in Raza and Sims. Big Piney ball, Sims on the wing, up top. It's Pluitt, drives in against Walk, runs into Blumell. Out to the left block, turnaround shot. Raza drops it in, right-handed hook shot. Raza with 4 points, 13-9 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Mountain View still up by 4 though. Ashton Schofield, Brigham Blumell, then down low to Meeks. He'll take one drop step in, turn around against Raza and convert. 5 points for Hunter Meeks, 15-9 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Brian Pluitt has the ball knocked out from behind. Kimball Matson to Ashton Schofield. Gives it back to Matson, and he gets the layup. So Matson poked it out from behind, up forward to Ashton Schofield, and then Matson was the recipient of the pass up ahead for the layup. Bounce pass from Pluitt intended for Bradley. Was knocked out of bounds by Walk. 5:44 left. Second period brought to you by Reese Auto Service. Cam Thomas comes in, and he replaces Ari Espenscheid. Timeout taken. We'll take it as well. 17-9, Mountain View up by 8 points on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. 30-second timeout on a First Bank presentation of Mountain View basketball on mylocalradio.com.
When you have any mechanical problems, always think of Reese Auto Service in Lyman first. Doug and the mechanics at Reese Auto Service work on everything from your lawnmower and snowblower to cars, trucks, farm and ranch equipment, and semis. You can also get tires for anything you need at Reese Auto Service. Always visit Reese first. You'll get great pricing and quality-friendly service. Reese Auto Service, 541 Highway 413, Lyman. Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
Second quarter brought to you by Reese Auto Service, 17-9 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Big Piney ball going from left to right. Brian Pluid stolen away, trying to pass it out to Thomas. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Big Piney stays with the Buffs. Mountain View ball, Braden Walk with it. Out to Blumel, and a steal away by Bradley, but he stepped out of bounds. Back to Mountain View. Hunter Meeks with the basketball to inbound to Walk. 5:20 left in an 8-point lead for the Buffs over Big Piney last day of the regular season. Seeding's already secured on the boys' side, 1 through 4. Northwest still has some stuff up in the air depending on how games finish out tonight. Meeks out to Madsen on the left corner. Turned around to Meeks, working through with the post. He stepped around, fake to the left, stepped through, and dropped it up with the right-handed hook shot. Meeks with 4 points, make it 7 points in the game. 4 in the quarter, 19-9 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Floating in the air, Tegan Elliott gets the jumper to go from 3 feet away. 4 points for him, 19-11 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Bregan Blumel out to the right side and to the elbow. Hunter Meeks with the basketball, backs up, out to Walk. Curls around, deep 3 taken by Braden. Missed, free throw shot, put up by Meeks. He got the rebound and stepped 1 feet back. 21-11 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Return layup, and as Caden Raza on the put up, he has 6 in the game. 21-13 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Luke Branson with the basketball, halfway through the Reese Auto Service second period. Schofield at the top of the key to Blumel. Down low, Walk is called for a charge down in the lane, shooting and ruled for a push-off, I think. That's his second foul. 3:47 left in the Reese Auto Service second period. Caden Raza with the basketball. Tegan Elliott takes the pass back to Raza. Out to the left wing. Raza at the top of the key, swings around right side. Colby Bradley guarded by Madsen. He comes out, stays right with him as he was backing away. 3:33 left in the second period. 21-13 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Elliott at the top, near the jump circle, bashes left side. Into the corner. Big Piney working all the way around. Bradley fires from the wing for 3, misses off to the right, and Blumel comes up with the board for Mountain View. Kimball Madsen, left side, up ahead to Branson. Thinks about a 3, drives in, and then dishes to the top of the key where Hunter Meeks hands off to Ashton Schofield. Goes to Blumel, 3 minutes left. Passes off to Madsen, then to Meeks, wing to wing. High post, turn around, Blumel gives it back to Branson on the wing. 2:54 left in the second period, brought to you by Reese Auto Service. He drives to the free throw line, picks it back up, gives it off to Blumel. 3 put up, missed by Schofield. Loose ball in the air. Branson goes over the back of his defender and picks it up. Back to the free throw line, down on the ground. Branson passes to Schofield, no good. Blumel comes up with the board, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Caden Raza, stays with Mountain View. Timeout taken, we'll take one as well. 21-13 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. This is a First Bank presentation of Mountain View basketball, up by 8 over Big Piney on our First Bank on MyLocalRadio.com.
A common thread no matter where you live in Wyoming is that if you're heading somewhere, it's probably going to be a while until you get there. A lot can go wrong on these long road trips across this great state. And if you ever find yourself broke down on the side of the road, it's time to call Glade Erickson at Bridger Valley Motor to come pick you up, day or night. Bridger Valley Motor offers 24-hour towing services. If you need a tow, you need to call Glade on his cell phone at 307-780-3280. Bridger Valley Motor is here to pick you up if your lift ever lets you down. 307-780-3280.
Timeout taken, 21-13 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Mountain View inbound. Schofield on the right wing, out to the corner. 3-ball up. Madsen misses. Right into the hands of Meeks in the weight, though. And the shot is in. 23-13 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. 8 points in the quarter for Hunter Meeks, and he has 11 overall in the game. Dish out right side. Shot up by Bradley is in. Quick response by Colby Bradley. Mountain View ball, Meeks to Branson, and Brigham Blumel gets knocked to the ground by Thomas. He's saying he tripped over my foot and it was just stationary, but the foul comes in against Thomas. 23-16 after the triple hit by Big Piney, cuts the lead back down to 7 points. 2:07 remaining in the Reese Auto Service second period. Catch by Schofield, waits for the defense to go by, misses. Blumel on the putback. 25-16. Blumel, first 2 points of the game. He's been getting double digits just about every time we've seen him out for the last several contests. Fake three on the Big Piney side. Espenscheid has it to Pluid, then back up top to Tegan Elliott. Waits for Espenscheid to roll around under the basket to the left wing. They give it to him. Quickly back to Elliott, though. Espenscheid open on the corner for three. Defense comes out. It passes off to Hadley Sims. Sims to the elbow. Fake shot, Pluid. Scoop shot, good from the left side. Cannot let Brian Pluid get any open space, and even if you do, or even if you don't, he could still take a quick first step and start floating around. 1:24 left in the second period, brought to you by Reese Auto Service. Brigham Blumel gives off to Kimball Madsen, tries another three from the top of the key, just a bit short. No, the kind iron rolls forward, and Madsen has two triples in the game. 8 points overall for Kimball. 1:07 left, 28-18 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Pluid has the basketball on the right wing, taking the pass from Thomas. Then Espenscheid out to the left wing. Tegan Elliott with it. Toss up from wing to wing. Pluid to Espenscheid, and then over to Tegan on the left wing. 1 minute to play and down to 50 seconds in the second period. 47 seconds as Pluid bounce passes out to Sims. No, that's Bradley rather. Tegan Elliott, my goodness, third try is the charm, and he gets the triple. 5 points for Tegan, 28-21. Big Piney getting their distance shots to go a little bit better here as of late. Branson crosses over on the baseline, turns around. He's still behind the three-point line and works to the top of the key. Passes to Brigham Blumel out to the right wing. Kimball Madsen takes a screen. Madsen has two triples. Looks down to the high post. Blumel loses the ball. Just barely gets it away back out to Meeks. Wild throw back to the left wing. Meeks is calling for Schofield to come take a handoff. Back to the top of the key. 12 seconds left. Down low. Meeks up. And then up again, the double pump shot, and Meeks is working. 10 points in the post in the second quarter. 30-21, three ball by Elliott at the buzzer, no good. 30-21 at the end of two quarters. Mountain View on top of Big Piney on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. This is a First Bank presentation of Buffalo basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires and offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
At Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, we know our members by name and we love working with them face-to-face. But did you know that members can also handle almost all banking online? Everything from managing your accounts and paying bills to applying for all types of loans. It's simple and we're happy to help you get started. Join Trona Valley Federal Credit Union today. We're a caring partner dedicated to your financial success. TronaValley.com, member NCUA.
When do you schedule doctor appointments?
In bed before I fall asleep.
In the car waiting to pick up my kids.
We can even do it after breakfast.
We all lead busy lives. Online appointment scheduling puts you in control. In just 90 seconds, you can make an appointment with a primary care provider or specialist at evanstonanytime.com. Select the day and time most convenient for you. Enter some basic information, and just like that, you're scheduled for care. Schedule appointments for next day and beyond at evanstonanytime.com.
When you have any mechanical problems, always think of Reese Auto Service in Lyman first. Doug and the mechanics at Reese Auto Service work on everything from your lawnmower and snowblower to cars, trucks, farm and ranch equipment, and semis. You can also get tires for anything you need at Reese Auto Service. Always visit Reese first. You'll get great pricing and quality-friendly service. Reese Auto Service, 541 Highway 413, Lyman.
At the half, it's 30-21 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Braden Walk with 3 points, 8 by Kimball Madsen, 2 from Ashton Schofield, and 10 points in the quarter by Hunter Meeks, 13 in the game. He's gotten to work down in the blocks and mid-range as well. The first shot of the game was hit by Hunter on a left corner three. The big man shows that he's got some range as well, and we knew that coming in. He's hit a few three-pointers on the season. Overall, a 27% shooter, 11 of 41 on the season. Luke Branson went 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Those are the only free throws for Mountain View, and Brigham Blumel has a bucket back in the second quarter. So that's the totality of the 30 points for Mountain View in the first half for Big Piney. 3 by Ari Espenscheid, 3 by Colby Bradley. Tegan Elliott has 5 points, Brian Plude with 2, and 6 off the bench by Caden Raza leading the way. No points yet from Hadley Sims in this contest, and he comes in averaging right around double digits in both offense, both points and rebounds. He's at 14.5 and 9.9 for the points to rebounds. So about as close as you get in 3A to a double-double machine. Hadley Sims has been held off the scoreboard as well as kind of held off the boards. Mountain View is showing once again that they may not be the tallest team. They're not that small, though, either. But they probably are definitely the strongest. And Brigham Blumel, about 6'4", showing a lot of strength. Same with Brecken Barnes in the minutes he's provided, and Hunter Meeks down low. Ashton Schofield actually has a pretty good nose for the ball as a rebounder as well. He's not a bigger guy. He's kind of a receiver through and through. He's more of that quick guy on the football field. I'm sorry, I always relate these guys back to the football players that I saw during that undefeated season. It's kind of hard not to. But Schofield's got a pretty good, I guess, as a receiver, a jump ball nose and get a lot of those rebounds in. And Mountain View's, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but certainly has to have the rebounding advantage in this contest. 5.5 minutes before the start of period number 3. 30-21 the score on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Mountain View over Big Piney.
A common thread no matter where you live in Wyoming is that if you're heading somewhere, it's probably going to be a while until you get there. A lot can go wrong on these long road trips across this great state. And if you ever find yourself broke down on the side of the road, it's time to call Glade Erickson at Bridger Valley Motor to come pick you up day or night. Bridger Valley Motor offers 24-hour towing services. If you need a tow, you need to call Glade on his cell phone at 307-780-3280. Bridger Valley Motor is here to pick you up if your lift ever lets you down. 307-780-3280.
Sometimes getting the whole family scheduled for a dental appointment is hard. Different days, different times, and then how do you pay for it all? These problems have been solved by Black's Fork Dental in Mountain View because we serve patients of all ages. It's easy to schedule the whole family on the same day, so you just make one trip. We accept most insurances, and if you don't have insurance, we offer an in-house discount so the whole family can have a healthy smile. Don't wait. Call today. Black's Fork Dental in Mountain View, 307-782-3630.
Buying or selling is a simple process if you're working with the right real estate agent. This is Bobby Dalzall, broker with Big Country Properties. We have agents serving both Lincoln and UNT counties that can assist you with all of your real estate needs. We are the top listing and selling brokerage in the Bridger Valley and strive to be honest, hardworking, and thorough. Whether buying or selling, we make it happen. Call us today at Big Country Properties, 307-782-3556.
Whatever you need, it's likely that Bradshaw's and Lyman can help. Whether it's windows at home or new glass in your car, truck, SUV, or semi, Bradshaw's has it. Tires? Yes. All vehicles, ATVs, semis, and more. Bradshaw's offers a 24-hour towing service for everything large to small. And the Bradshaw Fitness Center is open 24/7. There's more, so always call Bradshaw's first. Whatever you need, it's likely they can help. 307-787-3450. Again, that's 307-787-3450.
Hi, this is Chase Sawyer with Sawyer Disaster Cleanup and Construction. Our company has helped thousands of people put their homes, businesses, and lives back together after a fire, flood, storm, or other disastrous event. We work with all insurance companies, and we work for you by being professional, fair, and honest. Our certified technicians are trained in every aspect of restoration, so we can complete each project in a fast and satisfactory way. Call us today, 307-741-7000. Sawyer Disaster Cleanup and Construction.
3 minutes until the start of the second half. We mentioned the scoring totals for Mountain View in the first, led by Hunter Meeks with 13 points. Just one triple, and then a lot of work in the post. And he's a patient post player. I like it when you see a guy use that pivot foot, go up to the right, spin around down left, and then he adds in that step through. I've mentioned that he's got some of those Kevin McHale moves. And you go back to Kevin McHale, the old 80s Celtic player, because he really kind of wrote the book on how many post moves can you have and how many can you combine on top. And if you want to know how to be a post player in basketball, you really just have to go back and watch old tape of him. And that's what Hunter's been doing. I don't know if he's been watching that, but that's the kind of post moves he's been putting on against a big Piney team and a senior-laden Big Piney team. Both these Mountain View and Big Piney teams have a lot of veteran leadership on them. And that's probably a big part why they're the 1 and 2 seeds going into next week's regionals. We'll take one last break and come back with quarter number 3 on a First Bank presentation of Mountain View basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Whatever you need, it's likely that Bradshaw's and Lyman can help. Whether it's windows at home or new glass in your car, truck, SUV, or semi, Bradshaw's has it. Tires? Yes. All vehicles, ATVs, semis, and more. Bradshaw's offers a 24-hour towing service for everything large to small. And the Bradshaw Fitness Center is open 24/7. There's more, so always call Bradshaw's first. Whatever you need, it's likely they can help. 307-787-3450. Again, that's 307-787-3450.
Hi, this is Chase Sawyer with Sawyer Disaster Cleanup and Construction. In addition to our cleanup and restoration services, we also offer new construction and remodeling. We can help with a newer kitchen, bathroom, a garage, deck, or a new addition to your home. We provide accurate, itemized estimates with no hidden fees or extra charges, and we complete each job to 100% of your satisfaction. Call us today at 307-741-7000. Sawyer Disaster Cleanup and Construction.
We hope you're enjoying this MyLocalRadio.com exclusive broadcast of Bridger Valley Sports. We love being able to travel around the state to bring the action on the field or court back to you watching at home. Let's face it, doing all of this would not be possible without all of our great sponsors. We appreciate the support the following businesses and individuals show to both Mountain View and Lyman Sports. Dr. McKay Frankham, quality dental care at affordable prices. Westar Printing in Evanston. No matter what you want printed, Westar is where you want it done. Reese Auto Service. From lawnmowers and snowblowers to cars, trucks, and semis, Reese Auto Service in Lyman does it all. Trona Valley Credit Union. Member NCUA. Wyoming Dental Specialties. Make an appointment with specialist Dr. Vuig or Stosich by calling the Evanston office at Bear River Dental. Plains Tire in Evanston.
Out of the break, third quarter starting, and a turnover as Kimball Matson was streaking down into the left baseline. Hunter Meeks turned around at the elbow, tried to fire it to him, but misfired, and it's out of bounds. So back to Big Piney. 15 seconds into the third period. It's 30-21 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Ari Espenscheid on the wing, gives it up top to Colby Bradley, and then over to the far sideline to Tegan Elliott. Back to Sims. Sims held scoreless. We mentioned that. He got a couple of shots off, but not a whole lot of opportunities for him. And not a whole lot of rebounds to his name either, and that takes away, especially on that offensive glass, takes away a lot of his scoring potential. Down low to Pluitt. He's doubled, now triple teamed. Out to Sims for a three. Yep, there we go. Mentioned him enough. He got on the board. Triple out of the break, and it's 30-24 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Hadley Sims averages almost 4 offensive rebounds a game, and that can certainly equate to 4 to 6 extra points per contest. 3 ball missed by Schofield on the Mountain View side. Tegan Elliott comes away with the board. It was a 9-point lead for Mountain View, but those leads can go away so fast, especially when you have a team like Big Piney shooting 40% from 3. Espenscheid thought about a 3. Schofield negated it out to the left wing, then to the top of the key. Swing around to the right side. Colby Bradley with the basketball. 1 minute, 20 seconds into the third period. Espenscheid guarded by Schofield. To the top of the key, Pluitt calls for Espenscheid to go out to the right wing, delivers the ball to him. Then called to Tegan Elliott to go to the right corner, see if they give it to him. They do not. Espenscheid bounce passes up to Sims. And to the left side, it's Bradley with it. Down low, Hadley Sims tries the underhand scoop shot. No good, just missed off the front of the rim. Fans behind us say that's got to have that one, and I'd say so as well. That was a good play run by Big Piney that led to a pretty open shot. Schofield to Blumel from left to right. Braden Walk tightly guarded by Bradley. Dribbles in baseline, puts it to work off the glass, and good. 5 points for Braden Walk. It's been a struggle for him to find any open space for the shooting today, but he's gotten a lot of help from the offense of Mountain View that has really come along throughout this season. Espenscheid open on the left wing for 3. It's in. Well, it's a close game right now, 32-27, just a 5-point differential, and Luke Branson makes a quick trip to the check-in table. At the beginning of the season, if Braden didn't have a good game, a lot of points, Mountain View probably wasn't going to be too successful. Out to the right wing, a 3-ball tried and missed by Walk. Put back Blumel, no good. Sims on the rebound. However, as the season's gone along, Mountain View's developed quite a few offensive threats, and especially late. Oh, Pluitt in the lane, a hoop and the harm foul. Makes me stop talking about that. We got to get back to the action at hand. 32-29. Pluitt with the and one. But really, today, 13 points by Hunter Meeks in that in that first half. It was Schofield and Manson scoring a lot in the first and second quarters of yesterday's win. You can really get offense from different spots on the court now, and so if a team wants to oversell on Braden, I think at this point Mountain View says go ahead. We'll let him distribute, and they'll find open spots on the rest of the court. But right now, Big Piney, all the momentum after that made and won by Pluitt. It's a 2-point game. Brigham Blumel drives in to the paint, turns around, high post, looking for someone. Oh, double dribble. He double dribbled with it, and a delayed call. Eric Quinney was the one finally making that. On the referee side, 32-30. 5:04 left in the third period. And Big Piney with a chance to tie it. On this possession, Ari Espenscheid with the basketball to the top of the key. It's Pluitt swinging around to the right side. Elliott takes the basketball from Bradley on the left wing. Tosses it back to Bradley. Hadley Sims to Elliott. Fakes a 3, baseline. He can fly. Instead, looks back. Pluitt on the triple attempt. No, he fakes that one. Back outside to Pluitt. He'll take a top of the key 3. No good. Hunter Meeks on the rebound. And quickly up ahead. Meeks takes the pass from Matson, top of the key 3 for Hunter. No good. Blumel continuing to fight against Sims with the putback drop in. It's a great battle going on in the blocks tonight with Blumel and Hadley Sims battling for every single rebound. Blumel won that one. Ari Espenscheid has the basketball for Big Piney, down by 4 points in the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board halfway through the third period. Hasn't been a clock stoppage so far that I can really think of, so that's been a quick moving third period. Out to the left side, Elliott fakes a 3, stumbles, passes back outside to Bradley for a wing 3. No good, but Sims on the putback. Sims caught it and tipped it in. It's a game of 21. He just sent his teammate back to 0, maybe 11 if he got that high. 3:40 left in the third period. Luke Branson on the left wing. Drives to his left. Oh, poked out from behind by Espenscheid. Toss up ahead to Pluitt. Blumel and Madsen both back defensively. Out of bounds and just thrown away by Espenscheid, or looking for Espenscheid from Blewett. Clock stopped at 3:29 left in the third period. 34-32 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Braden Watt calls out the play. Crosses the timeline. Passes right wing to Madsen. Back to Hunter Meeks. Looks down into the paint. Branson ducked out of the way of the pass. And it goes out of bounds. 2-point game. Back to Big Piney. 34-32. Mountain View on top. Toss over to the far side from Elliott to Bradley. Back to Elliott. Looks into the high post. Bounce pass outside Espenscheid. To Elliott. Top of the key three. Misses short. Braden Walk with the rebound. Certainly hasn't been a 40% shooting night for Big Piney from distance, but they're getting more in this second half. A carry called against Braden Walk as he crossed over to the left. And it's back to Big Piney. 2:51 left in the half, or in the quarter. Not quite that advanced in the second half yet. 2:45 as Big Piney's Tegan Elliott takes it across. To Pluitt on the right corner. Back to Elliott. Swing around to the top. Over to the left wing. And back to the top. Espenscheid fakes right, goes left. Looking around, trying to get through the zone look. Step back. Oh, Bradley just held on to it on the pass. Raza down low to Pluitt. He tries to rise against Branson. Draws a foul. And he's to the line to tie. Brian Pluitt can shoot from distance. Certainly know that. He can float around in the air. A couple of guys can really jump up for this Big Piney team and hang in the air a little longer than the rest of us. Makes his first free throw, and he's a 74% shooter from the line as well. Pluitt with the second. Ties it. 33. Pardon me, I had the score wrong. Oh, my goodness. 34-33. They're still down by one. Must add a 3-point differential, and I thought it was 2. My apologies for that. 2:13 left. Brigham Blumel drives in high post, and a charge foul against Blumel. Coach Reese comes out to talk to the referee on that one, says that's 2. I don't know what the first one was, but Coach Reese is upset. Oh, no, it is tied up. They were just late on the scoreboard to fix that. So it is 34-34. I thought it was a 2-point game. Just slow to get it. They got that point up after that offensive foul was called against Blumel. Brigham's first foul. Tegan Elliott at the 10-foot volleyball line. Under 2 minutes to play in the third period. Swing around to the left side as Raza. Ooh, ball knocked out by Brigham Blumel. 1:55 left in period number 3. Hadley Sims inbounds on the near side right next to his own bench. Passes to Pluitt. He just hit the 2 free throws to tie it up at 34 apiece. 1:50 left. Pluitt has the basketball. Dribbling with his left hand. Walk tries to come out. Nearly came away with the steal. Oh, nearly fouled as well. Pluitt still with it. 13-foot riser over Meeks. Just misses. Kimball Madsen with the basketball after pulling down the rebound. 1:35 left in the third period. Luke Branson takes the pass and screen from Meeks as Meeks rolls down. Poked at by Elliott. Hold on to the ball. Walk, steps back, drives into the right side against Sims. And the foul. Foul against Colby Bradley instead of Sims. First on Colby. Gives Mountain View a 36-34 lead on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. These teams will be opposite of each other in the brackets. So they would not meet until day 3 potentially. Timeout taken after Walk hits the and one. He's got 6 points in the game. Mountain View leads at 34-37 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board over Big Piney. This is a First Bank presentation of Buffs basketball on MyLocalRadio.com.
Your mobility Mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
37-34 on the Benedict's Market at Ace Hardware board. Hadley Sims inbounds for Big Piney. Down by 3 points to the homestanding Mountain View Buffs on senior night. Sims fakes a three on the right wing. Receives the pass from Pluid out the corner. Sims picks up his dribble. Back to Pluid. He's against Branson. Thought about shooting. Instead bounces it back to Elliott. Near that jump circle. Swing to the left side, then to the corner. Caden Raza double team. Steps through against Walk. Now against Meeks. Fouled. No, a travel. A travel called against Caden Raza. Nate Strong on the Big Piney side beside himself after that call. Neither one of the coaches are happy with anything happening on today. That's kind of what comes with the territory of coaching high school basketball. You got to be grumpy and upset all day long. Seems tiring. The coaches put in all the hours, and then they want every call, and they got to fight for them. I credit them. I tell you what, I wouldn't have that ability as a coach. I'd probably say, oh, good call, ref. You're probably right. Luke Branson drives in, shoots it up, and a charge called again. Caden Raza drew the charge. And hey, we got another upset coach. Coach Reese and Eric Quinney having a few words, one saying, no way, the other one explaining himself. 37-34 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. 35.7 seconds left in the third period. Luke Branson out of the game. That was his third foul. Cam Thomas inbounds to Tegan Elliott. 30 seconds left in the third period. Across the timeline, bounce pass out to the left side. Pluid double team, turns around, bounces it back to Elliott. Swing around right side. Bradley looking for Thomas inside. Knocked out of bounds by Brigham Blue Mel. Stays with Big Piney. Mountain View leading 37-34 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. 20.9 seconds left in the third. Raza inbounds to Elliott. He's on the left wing. Ooh, moving screen called against Colby Bradley. No, never mind. Against Kimball Madsen. So the moving screen is changed to a defensive foul, blowing past the screen, and it goes against Kimball Madsen. It's his first. Tegan Elliott with the basketball to inbound. Looking for someone, anyone. Finds Bradley at the top of the key. 15 seconds left. Out to Elliott. 12 seconds left. Pluid drives in baseline, loses control of the ball, but Hunter Meeks touched it last. Tegan Elliott to inbound. 7.2 left. Big Piney basketball down by 3. At the top of the key, Bradley tries a three. It's well short. And 1.1 seconds left. The ball goes out of bounds back to Mountain View. We've got a sub. And Carlos Munoz makes his first appearance. No, he didn't get in time. Clock runs out on a long throw to Brigham Blue Mel. It goes out of bounds. 37-34. And tensions running high, to say the least, on this final day of the regular season here in Mountain View, Wyoming. 3-point lead for the Buffs over Big Piney on a First Bank presentation of Mountain View basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com with the video stream.
An infected tooth can cause discomfort and serious harm to your health. At Wyoming Dental Specialties, endodontist Dr. Leslie Walker understands the complexities removing infected tissues from inside the tooth, which is one reason why you can trust him to provide endodontic treatment and root canal therapy. With a skilled staff and state-of-the-art technology in our office, we help save your smile and improve your overall dental health. Call today to schedule your appointment, 307-789-5608.
No matter what you need to have printed, Westar Printing is the place you want to have it done. Calendars, letterhead, envelopes, brochures, books, posters, vinyl banners, business forms, announcements, wedding invitations, and business cards are just a few examples. You can also have your favorite family photos printed on canvas or placed into a personalized family photo calendar. You will want to do business with Westar Printing. Stop in today. Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston.
Man, I don't know if the clock's a little quick today or the teams are just ready to go. Already underway here in the fourth period. Kimball Madsen letting Brian Pluid touch the basketball after a long pass went over Pluid's head. So an over-the-back foul over-the-back call just before the ball heads out of bounds. Gives it back to Mountain View on their side. Hunter Meeks on the court, inbounding to Ashton Schofield, joined by Blumel, Walk, and Madsen. Kimball takes it on the right corner, misses everything on a three ball. One hop rebound. Brian Pluid on the run, far sideline. Going from right to left, in the air, Walk pulls back, misses, but Raza on the putback. 37-36 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Raza with 8 points in the game. Braden Walk is fouled on the other end running with it. It's against that 1-1. Yeah, it's Brian Pluid. It was originally just one finger in the air. Pluid's first foul. Cam Thomas out of the game and replaced back in by Ari Espenscheid. Baseline inbound, Mountain View up by one, nearly stolen away by Pluid. Madsen comes away with it. Out to the right wing. Braden Walk, stutter steps, out to the left. Quick first step, down low to Blumel. Rejected by Caden Raza. Blumel gets up after getting rejected, races back on defense. 7:15 left, bounce pass to Elliott. It's Big Piney basketball. Espenscheid to take the lead with a three, no good, but Sims chases down the board. Back to the right corner, Pluid, then to Espenscheid. He is poked at, gets the ball back. Hunter Meeks touched it in the backcourt, so Hunter Meeks touched it so Big Piney could go into the backcourt. Tegan Elliott on the left wing. 1 minute, 10 seconds gone by in the fourth period. Brought to you by Big Country Properties. A missed pass, Elliott whipped it right past Ari Espenscheid and out of his reach, out of bounds, back to Mountain View. 6:45 left in the fourth quarter. BigCountryProperties.com, the place to go to see all the property listings and get a hold of broker Bobby Dalzall, part of the #1 listing and selling agency in the Bridger Valley. Moving screen. No, it's a bust through. Off the ball foul. Brian Pluid got hands on Braden Walk. Baseline inbound to Walk, takes a three from the corner, in! Walk makes it 40-36. Pluid quickly ahead, double clutch shot off the glass, no good, but he's fouled. Brian Pluid at the free throw line. He's 2 of 3 on the day, 74% shooter. 6:27 left in the Big Country Properties fourth period. Takes his first and misses short. Kicking himself after that miss. A 2-possession game with 6:27 remaining. This game doesn't mean anything seeding-wise. That's already been decided, but Big Piney would get a little confidence boost if they could get #1 Mountain View and end their season with a loss. 3-point game after Pluid makes the second. Schofield down low to Meeks. He was the hero of the first half. Goes off the glass, no good. And Hadley Sims, he's been the one controlling the board, not Brigham Blumel, for Big Piney in the second half. It's been a tale of two halves on the boards. Hadley Sims on the right wing, out to Bradley. He's trapped, nearly loses it. Finds that out to the corners. Caden Raza back to Bradley. And then Brigham Blumel comes away with the board, or the ball, but a kick ball violation preempts that. Uh-oh, we got a technical. Brigham Blumel did not like the call of the referee. I'm not going to say too much, but I am a bit of a lip reader, and I could see that technical coming as soon as Blumel finished talking. So a technical free throw, well, 2 will be assessed to Brian Pluid. Coach Reese talking with the referee. 40-37 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Clock stopped at 5:58. Blumel does not check out of the game. He stays in. Coach Reese trusting him not to get another. If he did, this is just to tell you that this would be the situation. A second technical assessed would be an ejection from this game, and then at least, I think, 2 games out after that, at least 1 game suspension I think it's the rest of that game, and then you miss one more game. So Coach Walk was reminding the referees, he was reminding Coach Reese to tell the referees that there was a kicked ball violation, that he thinks it should be Mountain View's basketball following that possession, but after a technical, I think it would stay with Big Piney. Cedar Top Dome coming alive here. Referees did just mention the kick ball violation, and the first free throw is no good. Second shot, no good. Pluid goes 0 of 2 from the free throw line. .558 left. Schofield replaced by Luke Branson. Hadley Sims on the far sideline. Back to Colby Bradley. Sims back to Bradley. He's working to his left, crosses over to his right. Picks up the basketball, gives it to Elliott. Swing around right side. 40-37. Tegan Elliott back out right side. Pluid double clutch shot off the glass and in! Silences, at least momentarily, the Mountain View faithful. 40-39 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Kimball Matson to Brigham Blue Melt, the top of the key. Walk has the ball, goes away from the screen, backs up, still with his dribble, jumps right into the defense and draws an offensive foul. Walk is beside himself. He did force the contact. He was trying to get there, and the referees sided with Big Piney on the play. I think if you go back and look, there was a shoulder put in first by Walk. Going the other way, an off-the-ball foul, knocking Hunter Meeks to the ground. It's against Tegan Elliott, and that's his first. 40-39, Kimball Matson to the student section, says, let's get this place loud. Braden Walk with the basketball to Hunter Meeks, then Kimball Matson. Matson turns around, gives it off to Brigham Blue Mel. Walk with the three ball, no! Pluid up ahead on the left side. Drops around, still with his dribble, over to the right side, 4:50 left. Out to the left wing, Espen Scheid. Turns around, no, that's Pluid rather. Gets it back from Caden Raza. Right side, Sims. Big Piney basketball down by 1. Tegan Elliott back to the right side, Bradley. Sims, shot up from distance, misses. Blue Mill hit from behind on the rebound by Brian Pluid. Foul on Pluid is the 5th. This place as loud as it's been all season long. Braden Walk with the basketball. Going from left to right. Now Big Piney's faithful getting into the defense chant themselves. Luke Branson takes the handoff from Blue Mel, walked with it, and a turnover. 40-39 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. And if you thought it was loud for the Lyman Mountain View game here 14 days ago now, I'm sorry to disappoint, but it's louder tonight here in this Big Piney Mountain View game. Circumstances in the fourth quarter, brought to you by Big Country Properties, permit that, as that game was already in hand by this point in the game. Tegan Elliott across for Big Piney. They trail by 1 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Elliott loses his dribble, back out to Espen Scheid on the left corner. Bradley was calling for it. Instead, they go up high to Raza. He lands, but is fouled before that. Free throws upcoming. It's a single bonus. Should say free throw guaranteed. It's either on Blue Mel or Meeks. On 1-0, Brigham Blue Mel, his 3rd foul. See if the Mountain View crowd gets loud for these free throws like they did for the last. Caden Ross at the free throw line. 3:55 left. Shot is good. Tied up. (40-40). Shot number 2, no good. Stay tied. Blue Mel skies up for the rebound. Mountain View ball. Braden Walk dribble through the leg behind the timeline, guarded by Bradley. Spins around to his right, then back to the left. Blue Mel high post, waiting for a handoff. Dribbles once, gives it off to Madsen. Down into the block, spins around, fadeaway shot, in! Nothing but net for Kimball Madsen. 42-40. Mountain View regains the lead in the Big Country Properties fourth period. Ari Espenscheid has it on the wing. Big Piney basketball looking to respond, and another missed pass out of bounds and back to Mountain View. Kimball Madsen inbounding for Braden Walk. Braden has it behind the back dribble. Pass up to the top of the key. Hunter Meeks to Schofield, then to the left wing. Brigham Blue Mel to Walk. He fakes right, goes left into the baseline, hit, and then drops. One more as Braden Walk yells and flexes on the defense. Foul on Bradley, 44-40 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Mentioned Walk with just 3 points in the first half. He's responded in half number 2, has 8. 10 in the game, and an and one here. That was the second foul on Colby Bradley. 6th team foul on Big Piney. Shot is in. Mountain View up 2 possessions, 45-40, but still 3 minutes left. No look pass to Espenscheid, then back to Elliott. Brian Plude wants to get back into this game. We'll check in at the next dead ball. Raza trapped, out of bounds. Walk nearly came away with a steal. Well, the technical called against Brigham Blue Mel may have in the end helped out Mountain View as it nearly incited a riot from the Mountain View crowd. Baseline inbound to Espenscheid. Big Piney basketball down by 5. Pluitt open, takes a triple, it's up, misses short. Meeks had the board, knocked out of bounds, and last touch by Pluitt. Was hit out of the hands of Meeks. Pluitt lucky there that there was no foul call. Braden Walk guarded by Bradley in the backcourt. Pushes off against him. Passes up to Meeks, out to the right wing. Schofield spins around, finds Blue Mel, one dribble, jump stop against Hadley Sims, no good. Fouled as he goes back up. Puts Blue Mel at the line with 2:29 left. Up by 5 and a chance to make it 3 possessions. Foul against Elliott there, and that's his second. Crowd quiets for the free throws of Blue Mel. And as you can probably tell by the sound, he made it. Shoots one more, 46-40. Blue Mel takes 3 dribbles, spins the basketball in his hands, shoots again, misses. Madsen on the rebound, out to Walk. A 3, misses. Schofield, then Blue Mel, put back, no good. Finally into the hands of Big Piney here. Colby Bradley with it on the far sideline. Out to the right wing. Hadley Sims back to Brian Pluitt. He's on the right wing. 2 minutes left. Sims open on the corner. Takes a 3 and drops it. We have a timeout. Finally can barely hear the whistles here. Nate Strong takes a full timeout. 46-43 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. The 3 ball by Hadley Sims with 6 in the quarter. Has us 46-43, Mountain View over Big Piney. This is the Big Country Properties fourth period on a First Bank presentation of Mountain View basketball on MyLocalRadio.com.
Buying or selling is a simple process if you're working with the right real estate agent. This is Bobby Dalzall, broker with Big Country Properties. We have agents serving both Lincoln and Uintah counties that can assist you with all of your real estate needs. We are the top listing and selling brokerage in the Bridger Valley and strive to be honest, hardworking, and thorough. Whether buying or selling, we make it happen. Call us today at Big Country Properties, 307-782-3556.
Sometimes getting the whole family scheduled for a dental appointment is hard. Different days, different times, and then how do you pay for it all? These problems have been solved by Black's Fork Dental in Mountain View because we serve patients of all ages. It's easy to schedule the whole family on the same day, so you just make one trip. We accept most insurances, and if you don't have insurance, we offer an in-house discount so the whole family can have a healthy smile. Don't wait. Call today. Black's Fork Dental in Mountain View, 307-782-3630.
Braden Walk with the basketball out of the break. Mountain View leading Big Piney by 3 points in the fourth quarter. Brought to you by Big Country Properties. Hunter Meeks looks for Matson, finds him on the right wing. Mountain View ball moving from left to right here in the second half. Braden Walk takes a screen from Blue Mel, steps back, has some space for three. Close to a grab dribble, maybe a double dribble, nothing called, still playing. Meeks has the ball taken out of his hands by Raza, out of bounds. Meeks appealing for a foul, nothing called. Baseline inbound for Mountain View, 1:34 left. Hunter Meeks to inbound in a referee conference at the top of the key. Probably more of an in-house thing than over any call, just about maybe angles or something of that sort of where we're going. Inbound is good. Meeks outside. Walk for a triple. No! Would have sent this place into a frenzy. Rebound by Tegan Elliott and a whistle blown. Three whistles, and it's another timeout taken by Coach Strong. 1:22 left and a full timeout taken. Back in 1 minute on a First Bank presentation of Mountain View basketball up over Big Piney 46-43 on MyLocalRadio.com and KNYN 99.1 FM.
We know that when you think of Plains Tire in Evanston, you always think
the Tire Professionals.
Quality customer service. They're friendly with great prices.
I really like Plains Tire in Evanston.
But did you also know that the team at Plains Tire offers oil changes, windshield wiper checks, and free alignment checks? That's right, free alignment checks. We don't want you to quit thinking all those great things when you hear Plains Tire. We just want you to add to the list. Plains Tire, the tire professionals. Stop in today, 157 Bear River Drive.
Mountain View, Wyoming, the final stop for Big Piney and the Buffs of the regular season. Mountain View's your number one, Big Piney's your number two from the Southwest. Both these teams will be in Uintah County next week for the regional tournament in Lyman, but tonight it's one more classic hardwood battle between these two. 46-43, Mountain View on top on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board, but Big Piney with the basketball. Inbound goes to Elliott. Swing around right side. Tadley Sims has it on the wing, then to Pluitt. Guarded by Blue Mel. Ari Espenscheid comes out to the top, but they go out to the right side. Raza back to Pluitt. Then Espenscheid takes a three to tie it. No. Good. And Blue Mel comes away with the rebound. Off to Braden Walk. 1 minute to play. 46-43 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Matson fakes and passes back. Handoff back to Matson. 52 seconds left. Coach Strong saying hack him. Pluitt fouls Matson and sends him to the line. Foul number 8 for Big Piney, so it's 1-1. Big free throws for Kimball. Big free throw first, because if he doesn't make the first, he doesn't get a second. Matson, believe it or not, has only shot 12 free throws this year. He made 7 of them. Now he shot 13 and missed it. Rebound by Big Piney, going from right to left. Tegan Elliott to Caden Raza at the top, out to the left corner. It's Pluitt with the basketball. Down to the final 40 seconds of the game. It's back to Pluitt on the left wing. And then it's over to the right wing. Ari Espenscheid looking for a pass made. Has Pluitt. 31 seconds left. Out to the corner. Hadley Sims open to tie at the wing. It just rolls out. Blue Mel with the clutch board. He's hit hard by Sims and back to the free throw line. Still single bonus. That was the 9th team foul. Blue Mel to the free throw line. He's 1 of 2 there today. 24.5 seconds left. Matson missed the free throw last time down, and Blue Mel misses this one. Back to Big Piney. 20 seconds left as Hadley Sims crosses the timeline. Pluitt to the right side. Espenscheid back to Pluitt. Then to Espenscheid. Thinks about a deep three. Finds Pluitt. 12 seconds left. Top of the key. 3 misses. Follows his own shot. Goes down to the ground. Sims. No, Raza comes away with it. He's fouled at 7.9 left. Can't tie it here, but you can make 1 free throw, maybe 2. A timeout taken. A foul on 1-0. Who's that? That's Brigham Blue Mel, his 4th. and a full timeout taken. We'll be back in a minute on a First Bank presentation of Mountain View basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Folks have many reasons to visit Casper, Wyoming every year, whether it's work, high school sports and activities, a romantic getaway, or business meetings. The best place to stay when you're in Casper is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. A beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, a pool, fitness center, and a fabulous indoor atrium. You can also reserve meeting rooms for your next event, and each stay includes an extended continental breakfast. Reserve your rooms today at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. Call 307-472-6300.
It's human nature to think the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. That's not always true, especially when it comes to buying vehicles. This is Dennis Lynch, General Manager at Auto Farm Chevrolet. Dealerships pay the same price for new vehicles across America.
Have to cut that break short as we're back to action. Kimball Matson again pleading to his home crowd to louden this place up. Caden Ross at the line, misses the free throw, but there were 2. It's the 10th foul, so it's double bonus. So Raza misses. It's 46-43 to reset where we're at. Mountain View on top of Big Piney. Caden Raza for Big Piney with one more free throw. Raza on the second is in. Back to a 2-point game, 46-42. Inbound to Meeks, he's at the line. Hunter Meeks has not gone to the free throw line yet today. And that's the 5th foul on Brian Pluid, so he gets the standing ovation from the Big Piney fans to my left. Had 2 points at the half, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 points is what he finished with on the day. Back into double bonus. Meeks misses the first free throw. This game's still going to be headed on then. Big Piney will go if they can get a possession, maybe quick, as we get another timeout taken. We'll keep it right here. 30-second timeout. Yeah, we'll keep it here. A miss or a make, Big Piney's got a chance. One possession game either way. Now, if Mountain View can get a rebound, they can close it out here just about. 46-44 on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board, and this feels like tournament basketball. Final day of the regular season. It was not a close one the first time out. In Big Piney, 69-53. Mountain View really took care of them. That was on a Saturday morning game, well, afternoon, but anything before 7 o'clock for a boys game really kind of feels like the morning, doesn't it? It's a 2 o'clock tip-off. And I think there's something different. Friday night basketball, you get the crowd. There's nowhere to sit left. You got standing room only on the sidelines here at Mountain View. Just a little bit different of a feeling. 46-44. Hunter Meeks missed his first free throw. Mountain View up, and he takes his second and hits it. 47-44. 5 seconds left. Elliott with the basketball. 3 seconds. Takes a wing three. Airballs it. Rebounded by Schofield, and the clock runs 0. Mountain View is undefeated on the conference season. The players greeted at half court by some of their student section faithful and JV cohorts. 47-44. Mountain View caps off a perfect Southwest Conference season at 6-0. Heads into next week at regionals, the #1 seed from the Southwest Conference. And we'll take a break. Return to the First Bank presentation of Mountain View basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
The best place to stay when you're in Casper, Wyoming is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. This beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, 1 pool, a fitness center, and fabulous indoor atrium. Offering jacuzzi and fireplace suites, the guest rooms are comfortable and relaxing. Plus, every stay includes a delicious extended continental breakfast. Whenever you're in Casper, stay at the best place. Come On In Hotel and Suites. Come on in today. Come On In Hotel and Suites, Casper.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
47-44, the final on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board, as the court's been filled with fans here on senior night. Final moments. Thanks to Owen Jensen for running camera today for us. And Mountain View finishes off the season 16-5 on the year, 6-0 in conference. Big Piney 15-6, 4-2 on the conference season. Time now for the Dr. McKay Frankham precision play of the game. I'm giving it to Hunter Meeks in his second quarter. 10 points in that second quarter, working on those post moves. 2 plays in particular really stuck out to me, and is that patient post play, up, down, all around, spin around, use that pivot foot, and get their man in the air, and then make that one last move that puts you in the position to have the wide open shot. Love to see the post play, the down low post game, and Hunter Meeks had it on display tonight. He's your recipient of the Dr. McKay Frankham precision play of the game. Meeks led the way with 14 points, although he scored just 1 in the second half. Braden Walk had the most points in the second half, as he had 9 in the second half, 12 in the game. 10 points by Kimball Madsen. He goes double digits back-to-back nights. 5 points by Brigham Blumel, 2 by Ashton Schofield, and 2 from Luke Branson. For Big Piney, Brian Pluid leads the way. He fouls out in the final minute with 15 points. 9 from Caden Ross off the bench, 6 by Ari Espenshide, 5 by Teagan Elliott, 3 points each by Adley Sims and Colby Bradley Sims. Held well below his average of almost 15 per game on the final night of the regular season. That's it for us on the regular season. We'll take a break and then come back, get you ready for regionals and what we know moving forward. This is the First Bank presentation of Mountain View basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Frankham. Something I've really enjoyed as a dentist over the past 20 years are the lasting friendships that I've formed with many of my patients. My staff is really great, and we try hard to make sure that every patient feels a warm welcome. It doesn't matter if it's your first visit or if you've been with us for years. Every patient is welcome and always appreciated. Our goal is to provide the best dental care possible at reasonable rates. Please call us today to schedule your appointment at 307-789-8910.
Go Red Devils!
Super kids deserve super care. Experience the difference with board-certified pediatricians Alan Brown, MD, and Bird Gilmartin, MD, at Uinta Medical Group. Whether it's tracking your child's overall health at Well Child Checks or helping your little ones feel better when they're sick, Dr. Brown and Dr. Gilmartin are here to help your child grow, learn, and thrive. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Brown or Dr. Gilmartin by calling 307-789-WELL 9355 or visit evanstonanytime.com.
At Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, we know our members by name and we love working with them face-to-face. But did you know that members can also handle almost all banking online? Everything from managing your accounts and paying bills to applying for all types of loans. It's simple, and we're happy to help you get started. Join Trona Valley Federal Credit Union today. We're a caring partner dedicated to your financial success. TronaValley.com, member NCUA.
Meet the service and parts department staff at Auto Farm Chevrolet. We work on almost every type of vehicle, foreign and domestic. We also sell parts and accessories for almost all makes and models. Our staff is friendly and well-trained, and we are here to serve you. Open Monday through Friday beginning at 7:30 a.m., we invite you to Auto Farm Chevrolet for all your parts and for all your service needs. 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a community-driven dealer.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day. or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
47-44 the final here on the Benedict's Market and Ace Hardware board. Mountain View finishes off the perfect conference season, just 5 losses on the year as a whole. 16-5 overall, 6-0 in the Southwest Conference. That's your number 1 outright winner. Mountain View, no need to even go into tiebreakers, although they held that as well. Let's take a look at what we had coming into the day and kind of go back from there and figure out what we have moving forward. Well, Lovell was at 0-5 on the conference season, so that's your most likely, I guess you could say, opponent for Mountain View, but we don't know yet because I haven't looked at the Powell-Lovell tiebreakers, so maybe there could be something. They're playing each other tonight. That's likely, though, Mountain View will play Lovell. We do know that the final 2 games of regionals, I think 6:30 and 8 p.m., will be Lyman. The first, the girls at 6:30 against, they will be playing against either Powell or Lovell as well. Another number 2 seed from the Southwest, they'll be taking on number 3. The winners of those games may have already happened, probably already have. We just don't have any access to them that I can see. But let's take a look and see if any scores have come in from the last time I checked. Mountain View will take on the number 4 seed. Lyman will be the number 3 seed. They have either Worland or Lander. Lander was their more likely opponent based on not having any tiebreakers, that it would have gone down to a coin toss if Worland did lose that game. Let's see if we got any scores on that to come in. I'm seeing if any of those will load. But we will have audio coverage for that. We were going to have video, but that got knocked away. And I guess there will be coverage of video at the NFHS Network. We can't encourage you to do that because you have to pay, and it's not good coverage. But we wish we could be bringing you our video coverage, but we're certainly will be there. Planning on having some sort of a scoreboard as well. Just to show you how this national company works, they say we can't even take a video of the scoreboard, not the game, but the scoreboard, because that's just, I guess that just puts our product over the edge of what they have, which is that exclusive rights to video. But nonetheless, we're excited to get out for regionals, 4 games guaranteed on Thursday. That's going to be a busy one for sure. For us, we'll have one girls game, one boys game of each Mountain View and Lyman. Let's see if we've got any final scores reported out of the 3A. I didn't imagine that we would, and nothing has come in according to Wild Preps. Go out and check Twitter to see if we have anything out that way, although most of those schools that I'm looking at, Worland and Lander, don't have much of a Twitter presence. So, let's see. I don't think we see anything from that way. I'm not sure. Go through a little screen. No, I'm not seeing any results that way. So, can't tell you too much of what we have going on, but we do know Mountain View's number 1, Lyman's number 3 on the boys, and on the girls, Mountain View also number 1, Lyman number 2. We'll be back on Thursday. Regional coverage all day long on Thursday afternoon and going into the evening. Until then, I'm Jake Hibbard. Thanks for listening all season long. We'll see you next week.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of MyLocalRadio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Old West Media. Today's executive producer is Val Cook. We appreciate you tuning in to this MyLocalRadio.com exclusive of Mountain View Buffaloes Athletics. We would like to take a moment to thank all of our sponsors and partners who make this all possible. And of course, thank you for tuning in. Check out our website for more information about future Mountain View broadcasts, or like us on Facebook to stay up to date with the games. Until next time, go Buffs!